the button.
Now let's just hope it doesn't bloody crash on me again this time. Hey, that would be.
Wait, is it
gonna crash.
Actually started? Like, are we actual live now?
Yes, I said I was going to go straight into it. I said I was going to go straight into it.
He said he pressed the button. Okay, Sam.
Yeah, I hit the button.
Oh,
hit the lever.
The button.
Hit the lever.
And now his computer is shutting down.
That's what happened last time. Yeah. Mrs. Lante is saying fuck. That's concerning.
You accidentally shut down your PC.
Have luck.
Mrs. Lalante is saying, fuck, I'm concerned that it's just not working now. Why don't you open the bloody stream, please? I don't want to open anything more because everything I type breaks my setup.
It's okay, I've got it open. It's open, it looks fine. You know,
Good.
I'm facing the right way. I'm looking at Andrew apparently. Sammy's down in the corner.
Oh, well, I'm just gonna face away then. Alright, well, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between, welcome to this shit show. Yeah. Yes, so we have the Inconsolables, and E3 happened. That certainly did. That was a thing.
It was a thing, yes it was.
It'd be great to have an E3 show when E3 didn't happen.
Tragically.
And it wasn't in Melbourne, no. It also wasn't in Sydney or Brisbane.
Yep.
It wasn't in any of...
California. Also, my tie's still there.
It was in LA. Cool. It wasn't in any of the places that we care about. So, why do we care about this? Because all the video games we care about happened. That's why we care about this.
Video games.
Them video games. We've got like 7 bloody conferences to talk about. So shall we launch into it? We're covering them all in order.
No, let's stick around some more.
No, I need to sleep sometime tonight. So.
Sleep, son.
Okay.
Sleep is overrated. All right. Well, in that case, let's start with the one that went first. EA.
Yay!
First in one respect.
Yeah. Well,
not in any other.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit.
Well, I mean, the first. So let me get to my detailed notes here. Then their detailed notes. So starting off, they did their usual intro bollocks, which is always going to happen, and some weird Anthem VR thing happened. Like, did you remember seeing that? It's like a plane appeared that looked like it was floating in front of the screen, and they did something really expensive and flashy for a 3-second thing.
Yeah, was that actually? Is that actually the show? Or was it something just for the stream?
It was on the stream. I don't know if it was at the show, but it's possible. Like, you know, hologrammy Miku stuff.
Just like,
people. Well, she did. Well, she did say how cool was that to the crowd, and they shrugged because they shrugged at everything. Well, the crowd shrugged at everything EA did, though. That was the best part.
It's a live event. They just instruct you when to laugh and shit.
And no one followed the instructions. That's pretty great. Anyway, so we'll get from the start. The first thing they showed off was we have some trailer footage. Let's get that rolling. Because they showed Battlefield 5. Looks gorgeous. And the story looks kind of interesting. Though when they showed that story trailer, all I could think of was Aurora Borealis.
Well, the thing is with the story trailer, they also went, we'll show more at this at the next conference, I think Microsoft's one. And I was like, okay, thanks for that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They did show that then, but I'm moving like the trailers and stuff to the companies that own them and properly reveal them for a lot of parts. So this is when we actually talk about Battlefield.
Whoever did it first wins.
And also they
for you, maybe.
Fine.
Yeah, Battle Royale in that's the thing. Battle Royale in Battlefield 5.
No premiums. Ooh, wow!
Now that's
how amazing.
Yeah, now that was some cool shit. Like,
hey, it's good news. It's the same that it has to be
correction from shit to just okay.
Well, it's good that there's. Well, it's good that there's. Yeah, okay, that's true. But they're also like no parts in all the DLC maps are being added, like for free. That's generally new. That is cool.
Yeah.
Not that I'll play them because I'll play it for single player and never play it again. But oh no, it's a woman. Hide your butts. Thanks, Mrs. Latte.
Yes.
Oh dear.
There's a woman in Battlefield. No.
That's just going to be a recurring theme of the internet for this entire E3. So maybe we cover that at the end. In particular, when we hit The Last of Us, I guess. But we're getting way ahead of us. I giggled stupidly when I saw Battle Royale in Battlefield, though. So, like, I mean, who asked for this?
No one.
Hey, at least it's a mode this time. Like in this game, it's not taking over everything.
That's true. Hi, Tickle this Elmo. How are you doing?
It's okay to have it as a mode. You know, Battle Royale
Also,
is fine, but like, sure, it's taking over the world at the moment. But it's fine to have a mode.
Yeah, rather than it like removing single player for God.
Also, by the way, for all the people who are listening to this on audio, we also did a video section, which is why we're referring to people commenting.
Yes.
Sorry, Andrew, I have a question.
Yes.
Was your trailer supposed to keep looping, or does it just end? Because
it was supposed to loop. It was supposed to loop, and then it went on to Unraveled, so I stopped it and went back.
We're really good at this.
No worries.
It's our first time doing this stuff. There's always going to be some teething issues.
Just
anyway.
complaining.
Yeah. Anyway. Well.
That's the case you didn't know. Go.
Yep. Quick question before we move on: are you guys keen for Battlefield 5?
That's a good one.
If they keep going the way they're going, I'll at the very least pick it up at some point, and yeah, I think I'll play it.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll play it, but I mean, you know, it's going to have to do a lot of convincing because I don't really care about like Battlefield and COD and all that shit.
That's fair.
Personally,
Miss Lante's saying that we're quite poor.
I saw it, and I've already moved it.
Yes. Stop breaking the fourth wall, damn it. Let's talk about everyone's favorite that they're totally going to buy, FIFA 19. Should I smash or pass on the game? I say pass.
Just pass.
On Battlefield?
No, pass on FIFA.
FIFA? Well, okay, look, I do have notes about FIFA. I do have some notes.
On FIFA 19 because I don't buy them like annually like some of my friends do, but I like FIFA generally.
I might grab this one. Who knows? I haven't bought a FIFA in years, so I mean,
see, I'm down with that. I'm just not with the people who are like, well, they added the World Cup, so oh my god, I'm just really stiff right now. I need this in my life. Like, no,
sure. That said, having the World Cup is a nice thing to have in a World Cup year, and I mean, Italy didn't make the World Cup this year somehow, so I need to fix this in FIFA. So
now I can just live out my fantasy in which Italy got into this freaking league. The only time I've ever bought them 2 in a row is because one of them. The second one in a row had a friend from primary school on the front cover, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get that.
All right, that's cool. Yeah. All right, so the short the quick and dirty notes of FIFA before we move on to like more interesting stuff. So they're calling it Champions Rise as like their kind of tagline for it. They've got the UEFA trophy for like the UEFA Champions League or whatever they call it. That seems to be all over the game. And they've added the World Cup, and FIFA 18 Complete is free on PS4 and Xbox and PC on Origin Access at the moment. Well, I guess it's not free if you're paying for Origin Access, but you know, if you've got Origin Access, you get that damn game.
Yeah.
All right, moving along.
Origin Access.
Andrew Wilson showed up and talked about cloud gaming stuff that I didn't care about.
Cloud gaming. That's good. Cloud gaming is going to be so good for us.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So we'll just kind of skip over that. I mean, there's a lot of like hardware in bits and that come up that I kind of skip over or overall anyway. Yeah. There's a Origin Access premiere with all new stuff. It started with Madden 19, which is getting its first release on PC in over a decade. Woo! Again, but I mean, none of us are particularly in NFL, so.
Yeah, but aren't these sport games where they have all the dirty loot boxes and all that shit as well?
Yes.
So ew.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's also got Battlefield 5 and Anthem in it, and access to other games. So I'm kind of tempted to kind of grab it so I can try Anthem and Battlefield 5 without doing the full thing. Kind of like
use it again.
Like Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, they talked to Vince Zambella, who was in the crowd and clearly not prepared for any of the questions I asked him. So he's a guy from Respawn Entertainment, and they're working on a Star Wars game. They asked him a million questions, and he was very clearly not ready for any of this. He just wanted to go to watch the show. He's just like, why are you bugging me my game? I'm on the stage. Get back on the stage.
We have a title. That's it. Please leave me alone.
Yeah. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yep,
taking place during the dark times.
It's also due holidays next year.
And it's set between episodes 3 and 4 of Star Wars.
Yep, that's all we know. They then talked about Battlefront 2, which they kind of apologized for all of that stuff. They're adding stuff from the Solo movie.
Half go like, we're totally worried about the customers. Like,
we're totally fixing it now. Wow. Yeah. So they're adding some new Starfighter modes, adding some stuff from Solo, the game. So that happened. They're also adding
I'm not a
clone.
Star Wars fan,
They're also
so it
adding
doesn't
stuff from
help.
they're also adding stuff from the Clone Wars era. So
Cool.
the bad
So I
movies.
should care now.
Hey,
But
look,
front
I
is a
just-
fucking shit show, Mrs. Lalanta. You
Yeah,
are
it
correct.
is. I mean, it is.
You're not wrong there.
Look,
I mean, I'm
Clone
not a
movie
fan of
wasn't the greatest, but it had some good stuff in it.
Yeah, they're
Like-
adding new champion characters for them as well. They're adding General Grievous, Obi-Wan, Count Dooku, and Anakin.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Can
that
we
happened.
get to like the 2 games that I actually gave a shit about?
Well, we're doing this in
Like,
order, and
slightly.
the next one is one of the games you gave a shit about that we have a trailer for. So, Unravel 2.
I love how it started off dark and gritty. I was like, oh my god, is
Yeah, I
this
know,
the
right?
dark and gritty reboot of Unravel?
Yeah, it gets
Trailers!
all cutesy again. Yeah. It's
And
such
it's
a
got
cute looking
co-op,
game.
which is just like, that is like a good game to put co-op into.
It is such a cute looking game, and it's already out.
Yes, I've already bought it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I
Nice.
haven't.
I'm definitely picking
I
up
should.
Unravel 2. It looks cutesy as co-op platformer, inspired by the spirit of optimism. They said, whatever the fuck that means. I guess the spirit of optimism is that the people will still buy Battlefront 2, right?
I was about to say, isn't the
yeah.
spirit of optimism the only thing that they're adding to FIFA 19 to make it different to FIFA
Possibly.
18?
Mrs. Lalante, the videos aren't having audio because they'll overrun our talking, so they're just
Yeah,
there as
yeah,
a visual aid.
Yeah, we did.
As much as people would probably love to have our voices drowned out,
Yeah.
no.
Pretty much. So that's what's going on there. Anyway, so it looks really cute, kind of cool puzzles. The puzzles are designed for 2 players. So if you're playing alone, you'll swap between the 2 characters, and when you're in the chase sequences, you
Yeah.
kind of merge. And
Yeah. Okay, so that's actually a thing you control. You go over and hold triangle, and they'll merge.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean,
I've
that
already
kind
played
of
it a little bit, so yeah.
that kind of
Yeah.
seems like it would be like over. Like, well, okay, since you've played a bit of it, is it very kind of overcooked where it's just like, oh, well, I guess we technically have to have a mode if one person wants to play alone, and it'll be kind of shitty, you know? Like, how does it compare, do you think?
Well, like they said, every puzzle that comes up will require the use of 2 characters. And I think so far it works really well with you being able to carry the other character, which basically makes you just merge it to one character anyway.
Yeah.
And so far I haven't felt like, because I know some puzzlers, when you have 2 characters like that, it can feel like you're just doing the puzzle twice.
Yeah.
But so far, no, this feels like a puzzle. It works well by yourself still.
So there's no things that require like good timing between 2 people, so you can just kind of.
So far, no. I've only probably finished the first section of the game, which
Okay.
took me
Fair
about
enough.
15 or so minutes. So far, so good.
Yeah, the demo they showed, looked like, they were playing it co-op, of course, but it looked like the puzzle was just as solvable with one player, You just do what you need to with one, swap over, do what you need to with the other, and yeah, it seems like that'd work. It also seems to have nice drop in and drop out. Like the dude was playing single player until the other guy joined him when he was on stage. So
yeah, no, that's really
good.
easy to do.
Mrs. Lante is asking, like Banjo-Kazooie, I don't have a frame of reference here. I've never played it.
Isn't Banjo-Kazooie just a one-player game?
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie
so.
is just one player game. I'm guessing she's probably referencing to the fact of them jumping together. But no, they don't work together as one character. Because the idea is you'll control one character and you can switch between the 2 characters as you're solving the puzzles. And, it works well. It works well so far.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move along to the other indie game they showed. Sea of Solitude looks so freaking cool. We got the trailer for that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding perhaps a little debating, I was immediately like, oh, there's this German lady and she's really cute, and you could tell that she's like brimming with emotions of like being on the stage at E3 and being in front of hundreds of thousands of people talking about something that she's passionate about, and it's just like, a human, we have a human on the stage.
Well, that's the thing is because if I was in that situation, I would be struggling just as much.
Yeah, I know, but it was really good though.
Well,
that's definitely the feeling that everyone got. I saw that comment a lot where everyone's like, "Oh, like she seems so genuine, and she actually like looks like so that she worked on so hard and stuff. So it definitely, it made us feel more towards the game.
But
which
I mean,
looks awesome.
The concept on it's really cool. Like a girl so lonely that she turns into a literal monster, and is trying to figure out what happened and how to change back.
Yeah, like it's really cool looking.
Yeah, and
I will say I don't know how exactly you wanted to structure this, but if we're going to talk about favorite games from specific shows, this is easily the best one in my opinion from EA.
Yeah, I was going to do it at the end of each show, but there we go.
Okay, well, ignore what I just said.
Well, that said, I agree with you. Sea of Solitude is the coolest looking one from here. With
one of the only two rays of light from this really crappy show.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. So NBA
to the other crap.
Well, there's not much left in this one. NBA Live. My notes here is it sure is a basketball game.
It's like Pyre, but with less fantasy.
I used to play a lot of basketball games as a kid because I used to also play basketball, but I still wouldn't buy them every year. Though, again, I'm not like there's too many other games for me to end up falling to have the time to play a sports one. So, and NBA Live was like the worst offender last year of the loot box crap. So
Yanni Deej will smash it hard. If we're talking about in reference to Sea of Solitude, yes. If we're talking in reference to NBA Live, no. Also, I don't know if we mentioned, but Sea of Solitude's coming early next year.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So moving along through the other sports ball game, Madden, they had an esports guy who won a tournament and was there with a championship belt, talking to the guy he beat for that belt.
He broke his arm and stuff, and it was a really inspirational story. The only problem is I don't give a shit about the game.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because like at esports levels, I'm sure that it's thrilling, but like Madden as a NFL as a sport doesn't appeal to me, let alone the game. So it's kind of that's going to be a hard pass. Because now Mrs. Lalante claims that NBA Hang Time from the N64 is the only good basketball game, and I've got 2 words for you: NBA Jam.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, welcome to the jam.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Anyway, moving along, they showed a new mobile game in a live match with RTS champions playing.
No, that doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. That game died long ago.
I have a trailer for it.
No! No!
You've got video evidence that exists.
Trailer doesn't even represent what you fucking get.
No, not at all. But that's the thing. Okay, so this is Command and Conquer Rivals, which I had the same reaction, Paul. When I first saw it, I'm just like, okay, that's a GDI logo. That's Tiberium they're mining. Oh my god, this is Command and Conquer. But they haven't said the title of the game. They didn't say the title of the game until after they showed the gameplay because they knew this reaction was going to happen. But they didn't count on people going, "This is obviously Command and Conquer." Like, look at the words they're using. There's a Command and Conquer mobile game.
And there was
here's this corpse. Look at the corpse dance. Look at dance.
Yeah, and they had this really nice trailer after it, and then it was like, oh, it's a trailer.
And it's a cool trailer.
Fuck.
And there's
it's not a good trailer. I take it back. It's a bad trailer.
See, here's the funny one, right? Because they kind of showed the girl has Tiberium implanted in her hand, but the story has kind of, Tiberium's poisonous to humans.
Cool.
Yes.
How is she still
alive? I don't know anything about Command and Conquer. I just thought it was boring.
Oh no, the story changed long ago in that last game they had ages ago, which I don't remember.
Oh, the one where Kane came back as a half robot. Yeah, that's right. That happened.
Probably, yeah.
No. Anyway, so it's an interesting idea. And I definitely want to give it a go when it's out.
Yuri?
No, not Yuri.
Not that kind of Yuri. Not that kind of Yuri.
Well, no, there's a Yuri as a soldier in Command and Conquer.
Yeah, but I don't know whether or not she means that or she's immediately going anime girls.
The character in the trailer looked like that Yuri. Anyway,
especially Kane.
We'll come here. Anyway, it's a single screen thing though, like scrolling map or anything like that. It's capture the middle nuke bases repeatedly. It is free, Mrs. Lalante. And people on Android can actually sign up for the beta and give it a go now. Or the pre-alpha, sorry. So
yay!
I'm interested in giving it a go, but my notes here have put in all caps, "What have you done to make Command and Conquer, you bastards?" So you know.
Yeah.
Next up, they were talking about a charity and anti-bullying organizations that they've set up.
Oh no! Before that, they were saying how everyone should be really nice to EA, please.
Well, that's the charity and anti-bullying organizations. Everyone be nice
and
to EA
then,
because
and
of
then
this.
they went on to play the game. But firstly, they made sure to say up front, please be nice to us. Give us your charity by not saying mean things about it. Oops, too late.
Sure. And then they went on to show a game called Anthem that no one cares about.
I mean, I think care about
which I'm saying purely to roll up Mrs. Lalonde because she is actually excited.
Okay.
But anyway, I don't know. I mean, last year when I saw the first trailer for it, my immediate thought was, this is Monster Hunter except everyone's Iron Man and it's not good. That was my thought last year. And then this year, it looks better than it did last year, but I'm still not 100% sold. Yeah. And that news cover they had in the trailer confused me too.
Yeah,
but you know, I don't know. I mean,
it looks cool, but I'm not gonna get it probably.
I mean, the notes I have here is like, they say something new and different, but it kind of looks, but to me, it kind of looks like Destiny, which is not new or different.
A lot of people made that connection, and I'm hoping, and by the sounds of it, it's gonna have more story than Destiny had.
It's a BioWare game, so I would imagine it does. But
yeah.
Oh, it's Mrs. Lalante's partner who's excited for it. Okay.
Ah.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, sorry, Ellie. I'm still not interested.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, they've said.
Some of the things I have liked from what I've seen is the combo attacks. So, if for example, the Storm character, which is basically the wizard, throws out an ice spell, which freezes the enemies, the Ranger character can shoot a whole bunch of rockets, activate a combo attack, which does massive damage, which I thought looked pretty cool. And I like the idea of the combo attacks. Seeing some of the enemies, like some of the bigger enemies are cool. And it looks like, at the very least, you have some boss-type enemies as well, if what they teased at the end of the trailer was anything to go by.
Yeah. Well, I said, it looks interesting, but, I'm still not super keen on it. There are many other games that I'm more interested in. I'll probably grab the Game Pass thing to give it a go, and if I do like it, then I'll either carry on with the Game Pass or buy the game outright and see what do. Yeah. I mean, it could become our new Destiny, because with Destiny 2, we played, at least Paul and I did, you joined us a bit, Sam, but Paul, me, and Mark played the shit out of that every night for a while.
Yeah,
and we did enjoy it.
I might have played it more if, after grinding a whole bunch. You guys, including Paul, got on a motorcycle that I wasn't quite high enough level for yet, and just abandoned me. Maybe I would have played a bit more, Paul.
Excuse me, that's you who need to learn to keep up with Mark. When it was just you and me, I stuck near you.
You didn't? You pissed off in a freaking sparrow, asshole.
That was when I was with Mark. You have to learn to keep up with Mark.
All right, let's move on. Anyway, February 22nd next year release date. And so, but that also brings us to the end of EA's show. So, best in show.
No.
Best in show for EA.
Sea of Solitude, easy.
Yep, me too, Paul.
Love it.
I think I'll go with Sea of Solitude just because it looks the most interesting. Second would be Anthem, I guess, out of all that.
For me, Unraveled is a second, and
same.
I'm just like,
I don't give a shit.
You own it already. Yeah.
I'm just like,
Also, my girlfriend's making puppy eyes and face at me because she wants me to buy it so we can co-op, which I'm totally gonna do, just not right this minute. So
do it right this
that
minute.
Could be cool. Hey, you want to stream co-op on it? We're gonna stream co-op on that at some point. That'll happen.
Ain't that cute?
She wants to stream snipper clips too. That'll be a schmozzle.
Well,
that'll be a shit show. Anyway, all right. So let's move along to the next show, I guess, which is the Xbox show.
Yay!
Microsoft. Now,
this one was better.
They did an in-game engine demonstration as their opener, which just showed Halo Infinite.
Yay!
I don't have a trailer for that. What I don't know is it a remake of the original Halo or is it an actual new game?
I have no idea. I've only seen the trailer. I haven't seen anything else.
And that's the question on everyone's lips, right? The trailer doesn't show you.
Yeah.
My immediate question is, where do you go from here? Because you've gone to Infinity. What now?
Beyond.
Infinity plus what?
Beyond, obviously.
Beyond.
Oh, I get it. There's the joke.
Yes. Anyway, they said,
okay, but I'll only accept that if if Master Chief is dressed up as Buzz Lightyear.
Well, it's going to be on Windows 10, so I'm sure someone will mod Buzz Lightyear in. Will happen.
Oh my god.
Mrs. Lalonte is asking who even owns an Xbox anymore, and I'm just like, most of these new ones are coming to PC as well, which is what interests me, and a lot of non-exclusives. So
also,
honestly, a lot of people own Xbox.
Move the camera.
Everyone at my work pretty much owns Xbox. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's a frat boy machine, isn't it?
That's unfortunately. I hate to say that, but that's what it feels like, especially with people I work. They're all like a lot of sports and stuff, so they tend to have the Xbox.
Yeah,
Speaking of, the next page in my notes says, "Frat boys, why do they have towels? Why are they spinning them?" Which must have been a crowd shot or something. Because instead of typing my snark into Twitter like I normally did, I just typed it into my notes document. This was at like 5 a.m. or some shit as well, so you know. Anyway, my next note is Phil Spencer looks smug as fuck. Phil Spencer was the head of Xbox, which I think I made another note later that all the CEOs look smug as fuck.
Most of my ones are just like using inappropriate ways to refer to things. Like we'll get to it when we talk about Sekiro. But first we got to talk about Ori.
So anyway, he talks about how the money from FanFest was all going to Gamers Outreach, which is cool. So it seems like a lot of the companies are starting to do charity stuff.
They're doing good community stuff.
But then my next note was stop fucking talking and show us a game or two.
Well, yeah.
And then they showed us a game or 50.
Yeah.
So...
There are other ones that we'll get to that did way worse.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
My next note is then this show is already more worth waking up for than EA's.
For God's sake, Ori.
That's what we've hit now. Ori and the Will-o'-the-Wisps.
Yeah. It looks alright. Adding it looks alright.
Looks cute as.
That's all I got to say.
It looks really, really good.
I didn't play the first one though.
Neither did I, and I need to.
Same here.
What's that?
Shame on us all.
Yeah, shame. Oh wait, between the three of us, none of us have played Ori and the Blind Forest, and we have Mr. Indy here wearing his mask of smugness. And,
what? Okay. Okay, and what
Mrs.
about
says,
where are you dressed as, Paul? Is it this direction, that direction, one of the directions?
You want to point to your left and upwards.
Okay, that way.
That's Paul.
Yeah.
But yeah, cynical Mr. Lante has said that I misspoke charity workers' tax write-offs. That's Mrs. Lalonte 1, Microsoft 0, I think. Anyway, Ori and the Will-o'-the-Wisps. I don't think there's much to say other than it looks like more Ori, which I haven't played, so I can't even comment. But looks really cute and really cool.
It looks gorgeous. Look at the lighting effects. All the little special effects are awesome.
Gorgeous as.
Yeah.
It's flashy. The particle effects, the rain. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it looks cool. I'm gonna have to pick it up, I think. And the first one. Play through the first one first. So that's a game that happened. But again, as I said before, not everything they covered in the Xbox show was exclusive. This one was one.
Yeah, most of it isn't.
Yeah, a lot of it actually isn't exclusive. But the very next game is the one that interests me.
It's still cool though because they're showing off and promoting so many awesome games.
Damn right. Moving along to one of the games that super much excited me. So we have a trailer for that too. So Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. I mean, I think you know why I'm interested in this one.
Would you like me to tell you my snarky comment?
Give me your snarky comment. I'm ready.
You're going to tell us anyway.
Yeah, so exactly. Shadows Die Twice. Just so you know, this was something that everyone was very excited thinking it was Bloodborne 2. So my comment was, it ain't Bloodborne 2, lads. Pack in your chubbies. Which I am interested to see if there are tons of people that are going to
say that was less snarky and more just mean.
Well, yeah. What's
the thing is, I'd said,
oh, you don't get Bloodborne 2.
From the start, I'd been saying that my thoughts are that it's probably not Bloodborne because they would mention something about the blood or the hunts for that kind of teaser. That said, we got a Samurai Souls game.
Woo!
And
Which
it
I'm
seems
still going to suck at, but I kind of want to buy though. Even though
it seems to have a lot more maneuverability too, because the dude's got a grapple hook, and you see him sneaking over buildings and stuff, which opens up a lot more ways of attack and potentially cheesing your way through difficult parts, but also just more ways you can get killed in awful, horrible ways.
Yeah.
Which I'm so excited.
And something I do remember is there seems to be a lot more verticality than any of the Dark Souls games ever had.
Giving you a grapple hook gives you that, yeah. But also there was quite a bit of verticality in the other ones. It's just you couldn't really do much with it. It was like a path you had to find. Anyway, Yolanda's claiming she got modded. I don't know what's going on. Is our bot being a jerk again?
I allowed her to use the term motherfucker because I use the word chubby, so it's all good.
Yeah, anyway, I really want this game because, I mean, it's a new Souls game.
Woo.
Yeah.
Easy as.
Well, yeah. I'll wait to see more about it, but so far, yeah, I'll probably end up picking up just because From Software.
Yeah, I'm keen.
I'll try. We'll see what happens.
I am keen as. Well, next up we had... Oh, right, they had Todd Howard in to talk about Fallout 76, briefly.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that when we hit Bethesda's press conference. So, I'm just going to hide the trailers, because I don't know what my next trailer is. Actually, again, the next one after that was The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, which I think we'll come back to when we hit Square, because it is their game.
Okay.
And that's the way I've ordered the trailers to order with that anyway. After that was Crackdown 3, so this trailer should be Terry Crews. This trailer should be Terry Crews the game. Yep, it is. It still looks cool.
And hope it doesn't get delayed again. Let's hope it doesn't get delayed again, though.
I'm expecting it.
Nice.
I'm expecting it to get delayed.
It's like, what? I mean, is it still exclusive to Xbox?
It is a Microsoft
unfortunately,
game.
my hype. Yeah.
Sorry, Paul.
Yeah, this is exclusive. I'm gonna say it's a bit hard to sometimes. Anyway, unfortunately, my hype for this game's kind of died down after all this time, and it's just not looking as great. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there are a few things that
I guess
keep me hyped.
Terry Crews, saves a little.
Well, that's one of the things. And so there's a few things on this that keep me hyped. One is you play as fucking Terry Crews. The other one is there's a rocket launcher that had a duck on it. So, sold. Pretty sure it'll show up in this trailer somewhere, but they just had like a rubber ducky just hanging on the end of it for no reason other than they could.
Yeah.
Which is the best reason to put a rubber ducky on a rocket launcher.
The rubber duck gun.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool. I'm still as terrified as I was before that it's going to, blow out my internet with the whole, we're going to send all the data from the destructible physics to the cloud and then have it come back because you don't have enough processing power to deal with the shit we're operating with. It's like, that sounds cool, but also there's nothing. I've never been in a circumstance where I've played a game and blown up something and then had the game buffer as it's blowing something up. And that would just be a little bit too depressing to deal with.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, my thoughts on that, particularly since we've since seen the charts for how much data games use versus Netflix, I think it'll probably be okay. Depends on their servers on the other end, which
also,
I'm less worried. Which I'm less.
Buildings.
Well, yes. Yeah. The other side there is I am less certain that they'll get servers in places that we're happy with.
Yay!
So yeah. The next thing they showed was Nier Automata is coming to Xbox.
Become as gods!
Yes.
We shall become as gods!
Yes, the Become as Gods edition, which includes all DLC.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had DLC.
Yeah. I think you get to fight the president of Square Enix.
Yes, you do.
As part of the DLC.
Actually,
no!
Yes.
I think you get the president of Square Enix and Platinum. I think you get both.
Even better. Oh, wait, you get to fight Kamiya? Holy shit.
I believe so.
I'm going back and buying that DLC and playing through the entire game again because I deleted my save on that one.
Yoko Taro.
Well, Yoko Taro is not the Platinum Games guy. That's Kamiya, Hideki Kamiya.
Yeah. I don't remember who it was. I just remember it was the president. So
that said, Yoko Taro is coming to Smash, by the way. Just as a random aside. Smash Anime Con. So that's
Yeah.
fun.
Oh,
Gonna go get.
I thought you were teasing me about certain characters that are new.
No. Smash is actually the name of an anime convention in Sydney.
Yeah,
It's
I
called
know.
Sydney Manga and Anime Show. But yeah, Yoko Taro is actually coming to that.
I mean, we're talking about him being in a video game, and then you said Smash. Like,
Yeah, no, I mean,
Okay.
anyway, next was Metro Exodus. There was no Metroid. We'll get back to that. Metro
Yeah,
Exodus.
That looks cool. That looks pretty.
What happened to
I don't
the
have a trailer
Unbreathable
for that.
Air?
If
Did I
there's
miss
something, maybe I missed that. I don't have that as a note. So, oh, it's Cody, host with the host. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi,
Anyway.
everyone.
Hi.
We're just as a
Hi.
recap, please. We are covering E3's like press conferences, like a live podcast thing.
Yeah,
so,
can read. They can read the title of the thing.
bleh.
Okay.
And
The
they-
Metro
and they
Exodus.
really-
That looks friggin' cool. Okay. It looks cool.
It does. It appears to have weapon customization. Kind of cool.
Yes.
Just attach shit to your guns and stuff. Kind of cool.
I love adding shit to my gun.
Yeah.
Can you add rubber ducky?
What's
then?
I hope so.
If
I will.
only-
I'll do
that
it.
will probably ruin the aesthetic a little.
Yeah, I mean the post-apocalyptic nuclear stuff.
Post-apocalypse, and you're just like, oh look, duckies.
I did notice that the trailer kept showing very short cuts between everything, which frustrated me a little. That was
That's
I
fun.
feel like it was just a badly cut trailer more than anything. But that said, that was also at like it was again at dumb o'clock in the morning for us. So
Yeah, shit.
it's one
As
of those
always,
that
yeah.
just hurt my eyes at that kind of hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, moving along. Kingdom Hearts 3 got shown. We'll cover in detail, but the reason it was here is that's the first time on Xbox, so that's cool.
Yeah. That's
So sorry, Paul. You had a game we missed and we completely skipped over it. I don't have a note about that anywhere, so maybe I ran off to the bathroom at that point. What did I miss?
Well,
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't remember.
In that
Jeez,
case, that didn't happen.
it didn't exist.
All right. Well, they showed an expansion for Sea of Thieves. Does anyone still care about Sea of Thieves?
I, for one, don't.
Uh,
I didn't care about it before, and I continue to not care about it. very
well, with the new
apathetic.
DLC, and I'm sorry if I talk to anyone because you've been cutting out for me, so it's been really hard to try to
sorry.
squeeze in.
Go ahead. This is all you, man.
Anyway, Sea of Thieves, this third DLC, because that's what we're up to now, the third one that I'm
Oh
announcing.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, so the second one you'll see in the trailer with the big giant. There's now like a giant super shark that is nearly the size of a ship. That's the second DLC.
Megalodon?
Yeah, that's it. But the third one looks like they're now adding AI ships to the world. So they're opening up a new section of the map where it has like a new island, and apparently, from what I could tell from the trailer, that island is releasing skeletons out onto the sea. So we're gonna actually have NPCs out in the sea now, which was one of the big complaints to the game when it first released. Is there was really nothing happening out in the sea.
Yeah.
Like it's a beautiful game, and the sea, like I love the sea and everything in that game. It's just that nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Mrs.
hopefully with
Volante
this,
has
it'll
a
start
question. Mrs. Volante is asking if the new DLC brings wenches to bang.
Probably
no,
not. I'm
no
gonna
winches to
say
bang,
no.
unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, the game's not rated for that, I guess. Sea of Thieves was fun for the one evening I played it. I just never got back to it because I got distracted. Alright, well, let's move on. Next up, they showed the story teaser for Battlefield 5 we talked about before. My notes are saved in capitals, Aurora Borealis at this time of year. Alright, next up, Forza Horizon 4.
That
Now,
looks cool.
it does. I'm not much into the driving games unless you're running people off the road and stuff like Burnout, but it still looks really freaking cool.
It looks really cool. The graphics are obviously amazing because that's what these pretty much all sport and car games, especially the car games, always go for is the best graphics.
Yeah. The thing is,
the best weather effects and stuff.
the reason for that is because like car physics have been a known quantity since like the PS1 era, and they're never going to change. So they can spend that time on graphics and weather dynamics and all this other stuff rather than trying to get the simulation perfect because it's been perfect for that long.
What I will definitely say as someone who played Forza Horizon 3 is that when it comes down to driving games. I'm very much someone who tries to get a good balance between, the physics and the simulation, blah blah blah, and just, oh my god, I'm going so fast. Like you can have like games like Mario Kart that are just like, inane cartoony bullshit. But like my issue with like Forza Motorsport and stuff is it takes so long to like get to a good speed, and then you like clip something slightly and you spin around 50 times and lose all your speed. Whereas Forza Horizon is kind of, like it's like, oh man, we're going so fast and drifting around and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. I liked Forza Horizon 3 and Forza Horizon 4 looks alright.
Cool. I was gonna say, if you want
Even though they had no idea how the geography of Australia works at all.
Well, this one's set in England, so that won't be a problem. If you want a racing game that gets to super speed pretty quickly, look at Wipeout, because that's just dumb.
Yeah.
The speed, excuse me, the speeds you get to that are just dumb. Anyway, I've just got a bunch of cliff notes. Dynamic seasons with a shared open world, 60 FPS on X One X. The seasons and weather are dynamic but synchronized, so everyone shares those experiences. There are shared world events, and it's included in the Xbox Game Pass. Comes out October the 2nd. I'll probably grab it with the Game Pass. Mrs. Lalante says Biggs Rigs is the best car game ever.
I mean,
my only problem... Destruction Derby. Anyway, my only problem with the Forza Horizon series is, from what I remember from the last one, is they had some ridiculous microtransactions. Like you had to buy cars that were in like $20+ range.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but I remember they had some pretty bad microtransactions. Anyway.
Yeah, my next note is just ... I should get a Game Pass.
Yeah. My main issue with Forza Horizon 4 is the complete lack of realism, because I mean it's set in the UK, and yet there were scenes in which it wasn't cloudy.
Yeah, I know, right?
No realism.
I know, right? That's just so wrong.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh dear. Next up was Microsoft announcing that they bought half the planet. So it's when they were announcing all their game studios. So they created a new studio of their own called The Initiative. And then they went and bought 4 companies. They bought Undead Labs, Playground Games, Ninja Theory, and that's the one that I'll come back to in a moment, and Compulsion Games. Now, Compulsion Games made We Happy Few. Playground Games are the developers of Forza, from what I understand.
There we go. Yep.
And then I don't know who Undead Labs are. Off the top of my head, I don't know who Undead Labs are. But
who knows?
But Ninja Theory. Ninja Theory, as
that was cool.
Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, DMC Devil May Cry, as in like the reboot thing, and any number of other games. I'm kind of concerned.
But not Dead or Alive. So no.
That's Team Ninja, and Xbox Titties are already a thing because it's not exclusive. But Lalante asks,
guys, just for a second.
Yeah.
Because
what's up, Paul?
Sorry. Can we try moving to the recording booth in Discord? Because I really can't understand anything you guys are saying because it's just constantly.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, folks.
All right. Well, we'll pop in Discord, mute appear in, and jump in the Discord, and that should be fine from there. But don't leave appear in because we still need you there for visual.
Sorry about that, dude.
Sorry about that. Paladin for you with the host. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Thanks.
And yes, sorry to everyone for the slight technical difficulties that we've just resolved. We haven't gotten at the time that we're getting that host. Hey!
Yay! Welcome to technical difficulties.
No, we've solved it though. You can actually hear each other properly, and we've still got the appear in running for the visuals. So I think we're still good. It's still looking good on my OBS, so I think we're fine. Anyway, Ninja Theory bought out. Now, I'm concerned about this because, they were kind of our hope for those mid-tier games, but since Microsoft bought them, they're just going to be thrown straight back into AAA land, aren't they?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean I always have the childish belief that, when they buy indie studios, they're going to be like, can you just stay indie for a bit?
Yeah, I'm far too cynical for that.
I just want to believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along from there, they went and then showed us the We Happy Few trailer because they bought that. Completely meaningless for us. Got banned in Australia. Oh shit! Now Paul and Sam are allowed. That will be due to Discord. Turned you back down. Done. Good.
Dang it.
We just can't win. I actually need to turn you down for me a little bit too. There we go. Okay, we're good now.
But anyway,
Should be good.
We had a trailer, and it's wonderfully creepy.
The trailer looks really good, but again, like all the trailers before it went in early access looked that cool and creepy, and then the game went to early access and watching it play, like this big disconnect between what the game... You expect something cool and creepy and a bit Bioshock-esque, and then you get a survival game.
Yeah.
Just...
Yeah, hopefully.
So I'm like, I'd already been turned off by that. Anyway, release date August the 10th next year. No, August this year. I can't even read my own notes. Next up, they showed us PUBG content updates trailer.
Yay!
Yeah, Sam's just doing a big thumbs up in the screen. Yep, cool. Very quickly, War Mode, Sandhawk in summer. I think that's just a new map, and the console launch exclusive. Oh, that's just because I'm throwing word stuff there. That's thing. Now, the next one, Paul and I will be excited about this next one, and I grabbed the trailer because of this. So, how's Vesperia?
Sorry, I'm still cutting out, so I apologise for not talking that much. It's because I'm having a lot of trouble just keeping up.
Paladin Ryu pointing out that it would be great if they finish the game in relation to PUBG, so it's not wrong there.
Yeah.
But yeah, how's Vesperia Definitive Edition? I did not see this coming at all.
That was a surprise, yes.
Yeah, the thing is, it's a thing that the Tales of fan base has been asking for ages, because originally it came out on Xbox 360, and then there was a PS3 version that was only in Japan, and it had exclusive content that never came over to the Western world. And so this version that's on like all of the current consoles, including Switch, so I'm super keen for that, has all that DLC, including like the pirate character just popped up in the in the trailer that we're showing off. So I'm super keen to play this again, except for any sequence that involves Carol.
Yep, I know what that means.
Carol's just the annoying character that every JRPG has. Simple as that.
Does she do the anime laugh as well?
He's a dude. He's a little boy.
Carol?
Yeah, Carol with a K.
Carol with a K is a dude. Okay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't at any point just break into the.
Nope. No, not at all.
Well, he's not the most annoying.
Oh, is he most annoying in this party? Because no one in your party does. This line is pointing out that we still need DOA Volleyball 2 in the West.
Moved on.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Next was The Division 2, which we can come back and talk to when it gets the Ubisoft time.
That was a really pretty trailer, though. The only problem is I don't give a shit about the game.
Fair enough. Then they talked about some fast start for Game Pass and machine learning stuff, which I didn't quite catch what they were intending on using it for.
Okay.
So
yes.
That's a thing. Moving on from there. Then they showed the game montage, which is the ID at Xbox thing, which actually I did grab the trailer because you requested it.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's it there. That is. So a bunch of random, mostly indies, right?
Yeah. So I didn't take notes on like everything. Like I ended up doing an article that was like 6 of them, and these were kind of my favorite. So, Outer Wilds, I'm excited for. It kind of seems like almost like a Firewatch kind of camping game, but also in outer space and exploring the galaxy and stuff. I was like, okay, that's cool. It's kind of, I guess, in terms of Firewatch, it's got that kind of vibe of just being very casual and everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Secondly, one that I'm sure you guys will care about a lot, the Golf Club 2019.
Which you see this look on my face?
Yeah, I mainly wanted to shout it out because, firstly, it's a good golf game series, but also it's an independent game and it's gotten a license from the PGA Tour, so that's cool. So
okay, that is cool.
Good on you. Sable, which looks really pretty. And
Sable, I have more notes upon in the PC one.
Okay.
They showed it off. They showed off more details there.
They did show it off in there. Harold Halibut, which is cool because it's all like it's a point and click, but it's a claymation point and click, which is kind of cool.
Huh. Okay.
We've got.
Oh, there it is, popping up in the thing now.
We've got Wargroove, which is by Chucklefish, who.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Worked on Stardew Valley.
Stardew, yeah.
And to me, it looks kind of like it's filling in the gap in the market left by Advanced Wars. Yeah.
Yeah. No. That is a good point.
Yeah.
And finally, Totem Teller, which just looks so crazy and beautiful, and it's like grunge, but also glitchy, and lots of colors and everything, and it's just really crazy looking.
Well, being reminded of some of that ID at Xbox stuff just as the trailer's running through, they had Ashen, which looked like a Souls-like, which I remember looking quite cool.
Did you end up? Wasn't that at PAX?
I played Ashen. Yeah, it was at PAX. I played Ashen at PAX.
I don't think I got to play Ashen. I got to.
That's the one I got. That's the one I got crushed by a statue.
Yeah, I didn't get to play Ashen. I got to play Sinner. So
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that did not come up as the thing, but I think it's going to be this quarter, this coming quarter.
Yeah, should chase them up and find out when. The other one that was really cool that was in that ID at Xbox trailer that reminded me was Dead Cells, which I've been playing in early access for a while. And that is a lot of fun. But okay, moving along. After the ID at Xbox, Mr. Harkin, it immediately looked like Skate 4.
Oh,
but it wasn't.
It's Session.
I don't think this is the trailer for. Oh no, it is. Yep. I'm like, this doesn't look like a skating game. There we go. Session.
So we didn't. I mean, I don't know if we'll double back to it a little bit later.
No, we don't have a reason to. I don't think.
Well, I mean, whatever. I thought we were going to have an absentee section.
Okay.
But yeah, we said on the podcast a while ago, there's a bunch of stuff that was leading up that seemed to indicate that EA was going to be showing off Skate 4, and they didn't at their press conference. And then at Microsoft, we saw skateboarding, but it wasn't Skate 4. It's for a game called Session. I actually played it quite a while back and actually replayed it this week.
It was a Kickstarter one, wasn't it? It was in Kickstarter, wasn't it?
It was in Kickstarter, and you can actually still download the demo, which I find hard to believe.
That's cool.
But they, they specifically go like, okay, this is like really early access. This doesn't represent the thing, and I hope that it doesn't, because I got issues. Because like the control scheme is like you turn with the triggers, and you do like an ollie by like pushing the right stick down to like set it up, and then pushing the left one up to do an ollie, and it's just way more difficult, and I'm not in it. Ms. Lotta is like, why the hype over Skate 4? Excuse me, have you played fucking Skate 3? So maybe if you haven't, correct that issue and you will understand.
The other thing is Tony Hawk hasn't been good in a while, so it's one of those that we're hankering for a new skating game.
But I mean, like, I totally get people who have, like, I believe you like Tony Hawk more than Skate 4 because of nostalgia. But I prefer the Skate series just because I think the controls are a bit more difficult, which makes it a bit more interesting, which, maybe that will mean, I buy a Session and I go, okay, I'm going to lock myself in my room for an hour and just be like, I'm going to learn how to do skateboard tricks. And then, maybe once I've gotten out of that, I'll be like, oh, I can do this and this is actually fun. But at this point, like, nah. And hopefully, they'll change the control scheme. But
maybe they'll give you bindable controls. Paul, are you still there? You okay? Connection being an issue?
Connection is an issue, so you're just cutting in and out.
Sorry about that.
And also, you're not talking about anything. And you're not talking about anything interesting. So
okay, well, let's talk about something that's still not interesting. So my notes for the next trailer, which we're not showing because I didn't grab it because I didn't care. But it's got, this is a fantasy game, looks cool. It's exclusive. What? Black Desert. Oh, okay then. And then
it looked alright, but
well, that's the thing. Black Desert Online has been, it's not exclusive. It's been a thing for a while, and it's an MMO. Do you need another MMO? I tried Bless, and that certainly was another MMO.
Yeah, I've played like very few MMOs, so
yeah. Now we get to a game that we actually care about. And Paul, do you care about this?
Yes!
Paul, you care about this one.
Yes!
Why has this got a subscribe? God damn, I got the wrong trailer. Oh well.
Wait, I just realized we skipped over Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That was the thing.
Oh yes, that happened. We'll come back to it in where's though?
Oh, okay.
Where's this? I've just got to make sure I got the trailers thing right because I would be upset if I don't have the trailer for this one.
If nothing else,
no, that's it. That's it. We got it. Okay, it's Devil May Cry 5. Damn it.
Yeah, he's got far too small of an arm though.
What do you mean it's far too small for arm? What?
He's got like an arm that looks like it's a like a 1:2 scale replica of an actual arm.
The robot arm.
Yeah, the robot arm.
I don't get what he's complaining about, mainly because he's cutting in and out. But yeah, he has a robot arm.
I will write this down. I will write down.
Oh, here we go.
You wrote it down in Discord. I still didn't understand what you're complaining about.
He's got a tiny arm. His arm is tiny. He's got Donald Trump hand.
Oh God. Oh. So it's interesting. So it looks political. It looks like Nero's gotten his arm ripped off and replaced with a robot one, which is cool.
Yeah, it looks like someone has taken his arm. Yes, they've taken Nero's arm.
Yeah, I know, right? And that chick in slow-mo catching a cigarette in her mouth. Fucking hell.
I've got to say, I do love the lady character and her accent.
Yeah.
Like, he got it on to kick some demon ass.
Yeah, like the super American thing going on there.
For this one, I'm hoping they expand more on Nero's story, because in Devil May Cry 4, it kind of felt flat because they only spent half the game on him and they didn't explore enough of him. And now my main concern for this one is Nero becoming just a clone of how Dante was in Devil May Cry 3. Even though at the end of the day that's still entertaining, so I guess it.
Yeah, so there's no harm, no foul. I mean, the thing is,
my visual. Here's my visual. Too small of an arm. This is not the correct arm size. The width is incorrect. The length is incorrect. And this isn't supposed to be cracking like disabilities or anything. I'm just saying, give him the correct sized arm.
Oh dear. Anyway,
all I see is complaining about a game that is incomplete. So.
So do you think they're going to patch in a regular sized arm?
Oh dear. Anyway, spring 2019 for Devil May Cry 5. My thoughts on like the new version of Nero is that he's a bit more of a punk rocker and a bit less he was very angsty in Devil May Cry 4.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And now he seems like he's kind of gotten over that, and a little bit of Dante's rubbed off on him, but not too much, which is good because there's still Dante. There is still Dante there in the motorbike at the end, and he has a beard now. So that happened.
Yes.
I also like the bit where Nero jumps off his sword.
Well, I think he could do that in 4 as well, but there was someone that's like taken that close up of Dante from like on the motorbike at the end and like put a freaking eye patch on him. Just put punish Dante when you run out of pizza. Like
what?
They Metal Gear memed him. That's what they did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Anyway, so give me more of this. They had the director of the game on stage, and he actually said, "English is hard, Matt, you do it," to the guy who came on with him, which is pretty great. He said a few things in English, and then he's gone.
Wrong.
Yeah, he said a few things, and he's gone. Yeah, English is hard, Matt, you do it, and the other guy kind of carried on for him. But yeah, not exclusive, so I'll probably grab it on PC or PS4 or something. But this was not as much of a surprise as you expected because of the website getting registered shortly before E3, but most definitely a pleasant one to see.
Yep.
Next up, Cuphead DLC. I didn't even consider the idea of adding DLC for Cuphead, and I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, and now they've got a lady.
Yes, they got a lady cup.
Hooray for inclusion.
Her name is Ms. Chalice.
Yes, Fiddy. This guy caused a controversy, isn't it?
Oh shit.
Oh, they've already got complaining about women in Battlefield, and then Ellie's sexuality in The Last of Us. I got a lady. You can't have a lady cup.
Yeah, build a fucking fort.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Here's Shay in the background. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I want this game, obviously. I mean, I loved Cuphead.
I mean, I didn't
Well, you really own the
play
game,
any
DLC.
of the first one.
Well,
so...
we're getting the DLC. My neck just cracked and that hurt.
Nice.
Next up was a game called Tunic, which
Oh yeah, that was at the PC Gamer Show last year.
it sure was.
That was the only thing that I had any level of interest in last year's PC Gaming Show.
That is still a Devil May Cry trailer. Move. There we go. So I
Cool.
forgot it had a bunch of shit at the end of it that just was like a still. Anyway, Tunic, you play as a little fox. It looks like a kind of top-down isometric old school Zelda-ish kind of game, and I want this. It looks so cute.
It's pretty.
There's this little fox with a sword, and he's even got like a green thing like Link. Oh god, it is Link. It's this Fox Link, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Enjoy the Legend of Zelda game.
As long as the weapons don't break every 5 seconds, and it's okay.
What
So-
a
I didn't
shame.
realize the original Legend of Zelda games, the weapons didn't break.
Mrs. Lalante is
And it's obviously a
asking.
homage to that. So.
Mrs. Lalante is now asking seriously. So any Xbox games, literally
Nah, those
every
are
game
all-
literally every game we've talked about here is on Xbox. Not all of them. Most of them aren't exclusive,
Yeah.
but they are
Which
on
ones are
Xbox.
exclusive? I don't know.
This one is. This one's PC and Xbox only. Keep in mind that anything at this point that's an
it's
Xbox
just,
exclusive.
It's just not like platform exclusive, like only.
and the thing is,
Does
at
the
this
fox
point,
give any fucks? Okay, well that's.
or who
hilarious.
gives all of the Fox? But at this point, like any game that is Xbox exclusive is also on PC. So like, if you have
So
a
you
PC
can
that
play
can,
it too.
if you have a PC that runs all these things, then you don't need an Xbox One.
Yeah.
I don't like honestly. I call it the Microsoft conference rather than the Xbox conference because of that kind
I don't
of
know why
effect.
they did the Xbox One. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
Anyway.
because the PC has its own one. That's why.
Yeah.
Anyway, so moving along from Tunic, anyway, because it looks good. At this point, from the rest of the ones for this presser, were all world exclusives of some kind. And now we
Jump
had
stars.
Anime the Game,
Yeah.
aka Jump Force. I don't know if that's the correct trailer again. It is, okay. It's one of those, I think I have done it right, but it's one of those like that did not look like it was Jump Force in that first few frames. Anyway,
Well, that's the thing that got me with Jump Force. I was like, what the hell is this? What?
Yeah. yeah, I know, right? So it's like anime worlds collide.
Yeah. Well, have you ever played the Jump games before?
I didn't know there was a
I've
series.
seen them. Yeah.
This is
Like J
yeah,
Stars and stuff.
It's sort of like it was like Smash, but with Shonen Jump.
Yeah, but like it's not like
That's-
2D. It's like in a 3D kind of
Yeah.
environment thing.
Okay, just sorry, just
Yeah,
an
well,
interruption. Lalante was saying so many Xbox games, not any Xbox games. It's like the worst possible typo.
Okay,
Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah, so
riveting
Jump-
So
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
so to me, this one looks like it's going to be it's a Dissidia cross, like just I guess.
Anime Dissidia.
Anime.
Anime,
Game.
Shonen Jump.
Yeah, no, it's like they
Yeah.
showed Naruto and Luffy and Goku fighting Frieza because Frieza's the only character you ever fight against.
Yeah.
And then,
But,
well, I mean, really, I wouldn't know any bad guys from Naruto or
But, like,
Thingamith
the
in One
last-
Piece, so they
the
made
last
a
thing
good
they
choice.
showed was
Well,
Light Yagami.
they did show Light Yagami.
Yes,
He must
Yeah.
be like
Light
totally
and
OP.
Ryu. Yeah, I know, right? He's just gonna
And
write the
you'll-
book and he
you'll-
wins a fight. Like, how's that
Yeah,
gonna
it's
work?
pretty like,
Yeah.
well, okay, well, fuck.
Like, are you just gonna play as Ryuk instead and Light's there, or what? Like, I don't understand how that's gonna work.
I wanna play.
Gameplay-wise.
I wanna play a game.
He's been in the other games too, so he has already worked.
Oh, okay.
And
Then why make
so
him an
that-
endgame
they'll figure
stinger
out
then?
ways.
I wanna
Yeah.
play a game like a Jump Stars game where like I'm playing against 3 people and all 3 of them are fighting and I'm just kind of doing like a Wario mini game of just writing their names really quickly and doing the potato chips.
Well, you gotta write it in that like cinematic, like oof, you have to do. It's got motion control, so you have to like do the thing. Anyway, moving along. Dying Light 2 was the next one they showed, which looks okay. I mean, wasn't interested in the first one. It's like parkour zombie world. What was interesting was that they got Chris Avellone on stage to talk about the story and stuff. Now, he's known for writing damn good game story stuff. He was Baldur's Gate. He was like done a ton of Obsidian stuff. Like he's effectively like RPG royalty. So what the hell is he doing here? Apparently, every decision you make affects the world around you in a big way, and he showed off multiple examples of that in Dying Light 2, including like who you give the balance of power to when you're getting like water back for the area. So if you give it to these guys, then they're very militant. So if you're working for them, great. But if the moment anyone does anything wrong, they get killed for it. Meanwhile, if you give it to these other guys, it becomes a bit more of a lawless wasteland. Well, everyone's got it and everyone's free, but it's a lawless wasteland and everyone's getting killed too.
Yeah.
So, kind of an interesting direction.
I'll see if I can fix this issue.
Paul is going to do a little bit of a droppity here. And he threw the microphone at me. Cool. Anyway, so that's looks interesting.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. Like Dying Light, I don't know why, but I think because it was the zombies, I just was like, nah, that's not my kind of thing. But I also really love parkour games, and I mean the last parkour game we had was Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and it was like it's very meh. So I'm hoping this one looks really cool. Like some of the shit that we're pulling, you know, like jumping onto billboards and using like a knife and just sliding down. It's like, okay, that looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just getting turned off zombie stuff because I'm sick of zombies.
Yeah. I mean,
like, there's one exception to that.
But different like flavors of zombie stuff, especially with stuff like Days Gone, is like seems kind of different.
Because Days Gone is there's a million zombies, and then there's there's what was it, The Last of Us, which has not nearly as many zombies, but each one is a really big threat. And then you've got like Resident Evil, which is you kind of all over the place, and monsters as well.
It's just freaking the fuck out. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Yep. Well, moving along, they showed a very non-specific trailer for Battletoads.
Yep.
That didn't show even the toads.
Very weird.
It was kind of funny because they were making fun of the fact that they were making fun of the fact that they didn't show us anything.
Yep.
Which is
nice. Not showing us anything.
Yeah, pretty much. So at least they were making at least they made light of it. But it's a thing that's happening at least. And I mean, you know how nostalgic people get for the Battletoads games. So
I mean, yeah.
It's a new Prepare to Die, right?
People, I'm happy for you, I guess. Yeah, and that's going to be coming in 2019.
Yep.
So
that's happening.
Forward to that, I guess.
Next up, they showed some Just Cause 4 stuff. We'll come back to that when we hit Square.
Great.
Then they showed 3 Gears of War things. Now they showed.
And they started with the Funko Pops just to fuck with people.
But that's the thing, though. The Funko Pops looked like it was a game as well, and I'm not sure what the hell is going on there.
Okay, I wouldn't necessarily work off that assumption.
Well, they said it was a mobile thing, which implies that there is a game there of some kind.
Or they're referring to the fact that the Funko Pops are very small and can be easily moved from location to location.
Perhaps. Anyway, moving from there, they showed off Gears Tactics, which is a PC strategy Gears of War game.
Whoa, I'm so good at that.
Well, it looks like XCOM meets Gears of War. So that was the thing that happened. Going from there, that happened, and then Gears of War 5, which was okay.
No, not Gears of War 5. Gears 5. No war.
There's a war, you're fighting alien things again.
Yeah, but I just found it interesting that there's no war, apparently. How interesting.
Hold that thought. Paul, are you okay? Do you need to reboot or something?
I might try and reboot, because it's saying my internet speed is like 6 megabytes download.
Okay, well, in that case, that's good, because I also need to go to the bathroom. So we'll take this opportunity to take a little bit of a break and let Paul reboot. Well, no, it works, because then Paul will take a little bit of a break, Paul will reboot, and then we'll see if we can get that to go, and then we'll press on with or without him.
Sorry about all of this.
So sorry about the tech issues, but I mean, it's a long show, we kind of need a break anyway. We're at the hour point, so yeah, we'll be back in a few moments. Right, so I just need to do a little bit of live editing of this. So we're not going to have Paul for a bit because he's stuck in an update rut, everybody, unfortunately. Yep. That's the thing that happened.
That's the thing, and he's in an update, and then the update stopped working, and it's, now he's just stuck there.
Yeah, so I'm just give me a moment while I rejig all this to actually have our lovely faces.
Yay!
Just because, yep, there we go. I'll shrink you a little bit, otherwise you're gonna be.
Don't remember the rest of the words.
Technical difficulties because like nothing can go easy, right?
Yep.
All right, there we go. I mean, that's just how this works. So, unfortunately, we'll just have to roll without Paul for a bit, and if he happens to come back in, then we'll just put him back in.
Whoa! So wait.
Good question. Where the hell Gears 5?
Gears 5. I will say straight away, I am not a fan of Gears of War, but this is like best case scenario of me getting into Gears of War. I gotta say,
it looked alright.
Cool.
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm like, it's funny because my notes here are like, what is going on here? Or was it who is Kate? Who died? What have I missed? Because like the trailer had someone dead in a body bag. I'm like, who died? If it's Marcus Phoenix, I riot. It was not. It was not because Marcus Phoenix was talking to her afterwards.
Have you played any of the previous?
I played the first 3.
Okay.
So and then I played Gears 4 at EB Expo and really didn't like it.
Oof.
So
do you think this is a return to form?
No idea. I didn't see like gameplay. It just looks like Gears again. Story-wise, look more interesting. So maybe I need to see more. I need to get it in my filthy hands. There is a connecting symbol that looks like Paul's back. We went without him for like a minute.
Is it better?
I don't know. He's not in our recording booth yet. Let me.
I missed you.
Let me
Missed you. There we go.
There we go. I'm just rejigging everything.
Better.
Better, Paul?
So far, yes.
We've got you doubling up. If you can mute Aperion, please.
Whoops.
We only want one of you. One is enough.
Yeah.
No, I want to be 2. I have enough body mass for 2.
All right, in that case, I'll duplicate you on the screen if you want.
Sweet.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Let's move on.
So Paul, hopefully you're not having any issues. Very quickly, what do you think about Gears 5?
Gears 5. What I really want to say was I found it hilarious when it came up with the Gears logo. Everyone was like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
And then the Funko or whatever thing popped out. And everyone's like, oh. And then they actually showed Gears 5.
And it's like, and then we're doing Gears 5 anyway. It's like,
yeah. We got there eventually.
I played Gears 1 and 2 and, enjoyed those. I don't remember why I skipped 3 and 4. Well, 4 I didn't have the Xbox at the time.
4 is not a good game.
But
that's why you skipped 4.
5 looks interesting, mainly because, it's not that enemy designs look different enough. Like, they're doing cyborg things, especially that thing that just came out as this gloop and shut up, Shay!
Yeah, I'm trying to get her attention.
I love your passion, but yeah.
She's playing Fortnite, so she's suffering a awful death.
God.
Well,
anyway,
there you go, there's the issue.
She went from League to Fortnite. Guys, help!
Trying to convert you.
So overall, for now,
co-op streams of Fortnite.
For now, interested, but I have to see this. I have to wait and see where it goes because it's Microsoft and they've so far they've run Halo into the ground, in my opinion, and Gears of War's following that suit, and then they have Forza. I don't know what other exclusives they really have. We've gone through a few of them, but I'm not sure which ones they are.
They got Scalebound.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Scalebound.
Tragic.
All right, so moving right along, they then
also
talked.
It's coming in 2019.
Yep. Sorry, good point. Then they talked about Microsoft AI for a bit. Talking about developing next-gen consoles. Apparently, there was more about that said outside the presses.
Okay.
For the Xbox too, but I don't know. I don't know how legitimate of a source the article I read was from, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. Other than it might be a thing. Anyway, then we got the nice surprise.
They got hacked.
We got it. Yeah. So they were ending up, and then
they got late Hacksword.
Yeah, they got late Hacksword. And a little game known as Cyberpunk 2077 showed up. Yep, pretty much. You okay, Sam?
Can I just say, out of the three of us, I was probably like the least like hyped for this game.
Probably
because like Witcher 3 is awesome, even though I haven't really played that much of it. And people were very excited about Cyberpunk 2077, and I just kind of looked at the trailer and I was like, oh, it looks okay. There's, naked lady Blade gets shot and she don't.
Why is that a trailer for Ori and the Forest? Our trailer stuff has fallen backwards. Keep talking. I'm gonna find it. Keep talking. I'll find it. It's fine.
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, this kind of looks cool, but like, there hasn't been anything that I've seen of it that I'm like, I'm kind of into this. We've done this trailer, and holy shit, I am so excited.
Yes, I know, right?
It looks so cool.
And there's already controversy about it. Yay!
Yay! Yes.
What? Because it's first person?
Yeah, really. That's what they're complaining about. Because everyone had it in their minds that they just wanted Witcher.
I fixed it, Lante. It's fine.
What's wrong with
the concerns are people like, oh, it's first person Blur. That's one thing they're talking about. Another one they're talking about, because they're like, why do a first person game with character creation?
Because there might be mirrors.
You will see your character in the inventory screens and in cutscenes and stuff.
Yes.
But the other one, the one that's more important to us, is heal yourself. You take a drug from an inhaler. You know what that means for Australia, right?
Oh no!
Oh yeah, it's not coming.
No!
We're not getting this game.
This is that. I hate that so much. I hate the knowledge of that.
However,
oh my god.
But the other thing, however, here's the thing, right? GTA also had, a ton of drugs and still got in. What's the difference between like GTA versus like a Saints Row or a We Happy Few?
Because if it makes the game easier, if it has a positive effect, then it's bad.
Positive effect in GTA was you got rewarded for finishing the mission, and it was probably the best mission in the game.
I don't remember. What mission are you talking about? I don't remember.
There's a mission where you got high and did shit.
And you fall out of the sky and psychedelics, everything.
No, the difference is stupid amounts of money. Now, maybe we'll get around
I remember hearing people talking about this game and saying you can like design your own drugs, which is just like, whoa, yeah.
Oh, well, that's doomed.
No, not getting into this country.
That's a case of very doomed then.
I will do what I can. Like, based on what I've seen of this game, I will do what I can. Like, I will 100% just like pirate the game and then donate to CD Projekt Red and be just like, that is close enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the other thing is that you look at how the refused classification games in Australia go, right? And you can't have them on store shelves. Steam won't stock it. GOG might not give a shit. Keeping in mind, GOG is owned by CD Projekt Red.
Ooh, yeah.
So that might be a way. And aside from that, like, there's going to be any number of like you can still import the game if you want it on console. I'm going to want it on PC, so that's going to be a bit harder. But there'll be ways around it. You can VPN your way around it and stuff like that. So like, if you really want it, you'll be able to get it. It's just a shame that like that's money that you can legitimately get tax on in Australia that they're just throwing away on something that's this fucking huge over a little point where they just want to treat us like children.
Well, at the moment, this is just speculation anyway. We're just assuming that the Australian government is going to be all nanny state and
It is an assumption, but at the same point, it's a pretty safe assumption, I think, based off We Happy Few. Anyway, moving right along. That was the end of the Xbox.
What do you think I'm holding these two fingers up to signal to you? Two things that I just wanted to add. There's tons of fantastic Easter eggs in this, but two things in particular that are awesome. Firstly, they hid like a letter to fans in the trailer that you can look up like on Eurogamer, and it had information like there will not be DRM. Like here's all the fantastic. Here's the story of like why we haven't done this in ages. Talking like that was kind of the first thing that told people that there was going to be character customization, that kind of stuff. And the other thing that was also really cool is at the start of the trailer, they have they have a list of like series of letters and numbers and stuff. Those are in fact codes to get copies of The Witcher 3.
Oh,
awesome!
Wow. Well, they're all taken by now, but
yeah. Most people are saying they've already been taken, but that's like fucking cool.
That is really cool. That's something I never would have even picked up on. That's nuts.
Yes.
So he's given up on the bow tie. All right, moving right along. We've just finished with the Xbox One, and I mean, we're an hour and a half in. We've still got a lot to cover. So
we're fucked.
Well, I mean, we'll manage.
Go on.
Worst case, when people have to go, we have to go.
Quickly.
Bethesda.
We're not going to talk about our favorite one. My favorite
Devil May Cry 5.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite?
Devil May Cry 5.
My favorite, because there were ones that I already knew that I was excited for, but like the one that I went kind of most from not caring about to caring about. Holy fuck, Cyberpunk 2077, even though it's going to be ages until that comes out. But holy fuck, did that make me excited.
My favorite one there was We Happy Few, because I'm never gonna get to play. No, Devil May Cry. Well, it's a tie between Devil May Cry and Sekiro. The Sekiro for the obvious I'm a Dark Souls fanboy reasons, Devil May Cry because I'm a Devil May Cry fanboy, and it's back, like real Devil May Cry, not the Ninja Theory DMC reboot thing. It was a good game. Now, that said, beyond all those, Cyberpunk excited me the most, but I am tempered a little bit on that one. Mrs. Lolante, I love DMC too, but it is a spin-off. Anyway, I'm tempering my Cyberpunk thing purely by we're not going to see the game for at least 2 years in my mind.
Yeah.
So, like, it's one of those that it looks sick as, and I can't wait to get it, but I'm going to have Devil May Cry and Sekiro next year.
It makes me moist.
Devil May Cry and Sekiro I'm going to have next year, and those two are both going to be big contenders for Game of the Year next year, I feel.
So that is one thing that I noticed that I was feeling a lot about this is like, oh man, I'm so excited for these games, but I'm not going to see them for like probably 6 months. The majority of them was like,
But 6 months,
6 months is pretty good.
6 months versus something
it's like
years.
opening all your Christmas presents and finding they're all gift cards. You're like, oh, this will be great once I find something to, in a few months when I'm like, oh, I need a thing from this store.
I guess.
It's like,
I know is I'm going to be extremely busy like around October and January, February. So it's going to have so many
I know, right?
Coming out.
In September.
Now let's actually move on. So Bethesda, my first note on this is, why is every CEO who comes on stage super smug looking? As far as Metacritic's concerned, they're the #1 publisher in the world with rated games. My comments from there say wank. My comments are followed by wank, wank, wank.
Wank, wank, wank.
And then they immediately talk about a game that they announced through their friends at Walmart Canada.
Yeah, that was a good jam. That.
and Mrs. Lalante's point out the weird band. Yes, Andrew WK was on stage playing a song for, what was the song? Ready to Die or whatever.
What I call wank rock.
Wank rock. And that's the thing is, I knew this song because it's in the freaking AMV Hell videos I've been watching years ago.
Miss Lalante, stop being controversial. The mod bot hates it.
Anyway, I knew the damn song. It's a hilarious part. Anyway, but it was for a little game called Rage 2 that we didn't expect to ever appear. I believe I have a trailer for it. Yeah,
Except
right.
for Walmart.
Until that stuff happened, because I'm just like, why?
Why would that be a thing?
We named an episode Rage 2, but why? We named an episode like that. And there's a reason for that, because the first one was garbage. But this one looks freaking sick.
Yeah, this one looks cool.
It looks really cool.
I will say I'm nervous that, I do love that Doom was fantastic and it was successful. I'm very nervous that we're going to just see a lot of Bethesda games just like be more and more like Doom until they're kind of just all Doom but slightly different Doom.
I'm okay with that.
What's wrong with that?
Just give me a lot of Doom.
Yes,
this one's really aggressive and this one's about being fast or something instead of it's all just the same.
Well, this one is open world. It's an open world shooter, and what else we got? The gunplay looks sick. The music from Andrew WK appears to be in the game. That's the thing. The protagonist, Walker, appears to be a generic angry boy. And I mean, also.
I was just gonna say, like, during the trailer when they had the protagonist talking over, I was just like, this is actually a little more boring than the other trailers made it out to be. So where's the excitement? I want the colors and the music. Give me!
It was showing off generic Rage 1, and then you shoot the things and it looks like cool Rage 2, which really has taken a leaf out of the Borderlands book.
And then the jarring random pre-order commercial halfway through the trailer.
Yes, now that was a thing that was running through the entirety of the Can we just get MooBot to fuck off, please? No, seriously, just get it out of. Just hit the remove button on the thing.
I don't know how to do shit.
There's a big button that says remove. It keeps coming back in, but at least get it out for this stream. Anyway, so it looks like it's really taken a page out of the Borderlands book of being craziness, but also like, you know, Doom-looking gunplay. So it looks like fun.
The vehicle combat looks good so far as well.
Yeah.
But yes, every freaking thing had an Amazon pre-order pop-up come up when if you're watching this on Twitch, you were just constantly getting pop-ups going, "Oh, this was announced, and you should play this," and blah 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 blah. I'm like, come on. I just want to watch a fucking stream. I don't want to be bombarded with ads.
One thing I would like to add, though, in regards to Rage 2, is the first trailer of the thing. 13 minutes in. 13 minutes they were just, you know, pissing about, going, "Look at our stuff. Oh, look, we're the number one, blah, 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 blah." Get to the trailers, assholes.
Yeah, there was a bit of time where they were just giggling on stage about, like, the collaboration between Machine Games and id. I feel like that may well have been just tech difficulties that they were trying to just kind of cover up, but they're just kind of standing on stage giggling a little bit, and they're just like,
anyway.
It broke. Oh shit, what do we do?
Oh dear. Well, anyway, Rage 2 is coming spring.
Yes, also, that weird head thing that's on our trailer thing right now, that's actually a collectible you can get for the game.
Cool.
You can actually buy that. It's got,
That's-
but anyway,
That's
it's for those
actually
who are
the
watching. That's a
actually
pre-order
the-
thing.
That's actually the pre-order thing I was talking about. Just like randomly, hey, pre-order. I'm like, fuck off with that.
Oh, well, no, if you're watching the stream on Twitch, you're actually getting pop-ups that were covering part of the screen that you had to click off.
That's fun.
Yeah. Mrs. Lalante's like, why the fuck do I want that? Because it is like a demonic, mangled-looking, mutated head that talks to you with NGWK's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I
pretty-
do
that
like
was
it. I
pretty
just didn't want it in my trailer at that moment. I was just like,
Yeah,
oh,
I know,
wait.
right? I know.
It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want pre-order. Sell me the game first.
I'm looking on my desk here for like the Duke Nukem bust I got, which is the only good thing out of Duke Nukem Forever, but it's not here.
Right.
So I'm like,
Aw.
but I do have Lucio.
Let's move on.
I do have Lucio.
Elder Scrolls Legends. Oh
Anyway, yes.
boy, you better believe that I am so.
Cards! Cards!
It's like Drop Mix, except I like Drop Mix and I don't like Elder Scrolls Legends.
I tried Elder Scrolls Legends on phone. It was buggy as all fuck. Which confuses me because it was apparently Apple's top game of last year because they were doing more of that wank, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, now that's on the internet.
That's gift that shit.
That motion's on the internet. Anyway, apparently they're relaunching it with new art and it's going to PS4 and Xbone.
Okay, sweet.
Hey.
Good for people that like that.
Next, new areas and stuff and an expansion called Somerset for Elder Scrolls Online. Mrs. Lalante says, I bet my ass it's clipped. I should not have done that with Lante here. God damn. When will I learn? When will I learn? Anyway.
You won't.
Next up was probably one of the more culturally important games from this thing.
Say it.
Doom Eternal. Why is it disappearing? There we go. Doom Eternal.
And curse QuakeCon! Screw you,
fucking
QuakeCon!
Hell yeah.
Yes, so Doom Eternal, they really didn't say much other than we're making this, it's a thing. It seems to pick up right from the cliffhanger at the end of Doom 2016. But more details at QuakeCon, which is in August. My issue with this is QuakeCon is known for doing a lot of exclusive shit that they don't release until ever. In fact, the first look of Doom 2016 and its current incarnation was at QuakeCon and not shown at all to anyone. Which was just like, guys.
Right. Thanks, guys.
Don't forget also that Doom 2016 was one of the earlier games that Lalante's just been caught with banned words again.
For God's sake, Mr. Lalante. Stop it.
You did not remove the damn
I
bot.
don't know how to do it.
I'll do it. Calm down, ladies. Ladies, I'll do it.
Oh, there's a button. It says remove. I don't see any fucking remove button.
It's been removed.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anyway.
I don't know how you did that.
I went to MooBot.
Yeah, it's in MooBot's page. There you go. August 10th at QuakeCon, they're doing they're going to gameplay reveal live stream. We might be able to watch that then.
Oh, we can add Moobot as a friend. Oh,
Please
shit.
don't.
I'm clicking on things and I don't know what's happening.
Stop.
I didn't add him. Oh, I can ban him. That's
tempting once we get the other bots sorted for you guys. Technical things. All right, moving along from Doom Eternal. Quake Champions. Free trial of Quake Champions. If you don't already own it, go log in, have a match, and get it for free.
Words.
I mean, Quake Champions is cool.
I downloaded it, so I just went, cool, I'll give it for free.
Shay's been playing it. She said she's been winning matches, and I'm just like, I've not won a single fucking match anytime I played it. So I'm like, I wonder if this does an influx of new people due to the free version.
Or she's
to get back in.
The scrubs are coming into the fold.
Well, I feel like the matchmaking's actually pretty bad because I'm in kind of like that mid tier where I know what I'm doing, but I'm not good at it. But that's like it keeps matchmaking me against people who've been playing since fucking Quake 2. And I mean, I've been playing since Quake 1, but not competitively. I just play the stories, you know. Anyway. Quake Champions thing happening. Then there was a Prey update.
Cool.
It sure did happen. I checked it myself. If you've been watching our stream.
Well, the DLC, the DLC is already out, and apparently it's really good.
Yeah.
The roguelike mode.
Yep, and along with that, you also get story mode, which is just allows you to mosey through the game without any challenges, so you can just experience the story.
That's good. New Game Plus, the thing.
Which does exactly what you expect it to do.
Good.
Survival mode, which I have not touched it because I don't want to restart the game. I want to finish the game I've already started.
Fair enough. Survival mode scares me. That game gets difficult later. Well, it's difficult early if you don't get the right stuff, but it gets ridiculous later. I love that game though. It's a good game. But they also announced a new one called Typhon Hunter. I think there was another one that was not out yet, where you get to play as 5 mimics versus 1 hunter in a multiplayer mode.
Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting. That'd
be terrifying.
The asymmetric, multiplayer has been tried before. Evolve, for example, but it's not gonna come out in a really bad state where it's like, buy these monsters, buy these things. Just like, oh god. But anyway, this sounds really interesting. It's gonna be scary as fuck with having actual human players playing the mimics.
Also,
it's like Prop Hunt, except way more aggressive from both sides.
also, you can play it in VR.
Oh no! Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Yes, when I get my VR headset, I'm totally doing that.
Yep. Well, next up,
I want to get a VR headset. Honestly,
when you get your big VR headset, then I'm borrowing your PSVR. Anyway, next up, and I've got a trailer running for it already, a DLC for Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Yeah.
Now this is interesting.
My mother loved the quote, "You can kill Nazis on the go."
Yeah, I love it that Bethesda was saying, bringing the message of fuck Nazis to every platform possible, which is pretty fucking great. But Wolfenstein Youngblood, you get to play as BJ Blazkowicz's twin daughters, set in the 80s.
Yeah, that's interesting. Just such a large jump suddenly, just to go. Yeah, hey, you're playing his daughters.
Big beefy dude to small little girls.
Well, yes, but I mean, look at the trailer. They're as badass as he is, because I mean, let's be honest. They were taught by the best.
Yeah. Ladies can be badasses.
And I mean, Wolfenstein shows off that women can be badasses a lot, all the way through the entire game.
It does. But have you noticed just recently, I guess it's been the last few years, but women have definitely come a long way in gaming recently. Because I remember talking about on our podcast where it's like, was the big CEOs is like, we can't have women in games because it won't sell as well. Well, fucking look at it now. Look at all these women that are protagonists now.
And there are angry white boys yelling on the internet about it.
Look at all the angry white boys.
But that's not stopping. The devs from doing it, which is the good thing.
Yeah,
there is a nugget of niceness in that shit. Yeah. Anyway, moving along. So Wolfenstein Youngblood coming 2019. I'm definitely going to play that in co-op.
100%. Hey, let's go. Hey, fist bump.
Bang.
This is fist.
I'm gonna punch the camera. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. Well, next up. So I've gone back to my notes. VR Typhon Hunter, which you'd already mentioned, but they've also adding Wolfenstein VR, where you get to pilot one of the mechs. Like you hacked one of their Nazi mechs and are using it to kill bad guys in VR.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Next up. I think I took the trailer for this because it's fucking amazing.
It's done by who is it? Because I can never remember the two names. I know it's Key and Peele, but who is who? I can't remember because I don't watch them.
It's Michael Key.
There you go. So he's
That one. Yeah.
That guy.
There he is.
Apologize for that.
Skyrim's on everything now.
The Skyrim Very Special Edition, which is on Google Alexa and on they're saying it's on Alexa. Oh wait, it's Amazon.
Google.
Sorry, not Google, Amazon. My bad.
Amazon.
It's on Alexa. It's on Etch-a-Sketch. It's on Motorola Pages and on Samsung Fridge.
Perfect.
Now, my workmate Matt totally called Samsung Fridge, by the way.
Yeah.
But the beauty of it, I mean, it's a joke ad, but the beauty of it is that the Alexa version apparently actually is a thing.
Yeah.
I saw someone playing it on YouTube, and it was just hilarious because it's them constantly trying to get actual commands to listen.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't mind that. Like, there's something like nice about it. It's like it's a text adventure that's like told you. You know, is it childish?
And honestly, I feel like you're going to see a ton of text adventures come through things like Siri and Alexa and so on in future now, just because of the concept, which is
that
like
would be such an interesting like
cool
adaptation of like
Zork.
going from text adventure to now we've got like 3D stuff, but no, we've got text adventures back on your phones
just by voice. Yeah. It's kind of a really cool one. It's kind of a cool idea. But interestingly, there's the Etch-a-Sketch. Fucking, I would buy an Etch-a-Sketch for. Anyway, the fridge, freaking ice, freaking we're gonna have to link this in for the audio people who are watching this later. We'll have to
just look up yourself. You can
fucking great. It's fucking great.
It's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so. Yeah, apparently you can't get it on Alexa, and not in Australia, because Amazon in Australia. I tried. There was instructions on how to do it on your iPhone, and that Alexa button just doesn't appear.
Right, I could get all the cool shit.
That's because we're Australian.
Also, Dropmix 2 season 2 is gonna fucking kill me with all the ordering stuff from America.
We'll talk about Dropmix 2 offline, Sammy, because if you have release dates for it, I can help you.
I don't. They haven't said shit about it.
Cool. Well,
I just know that it exists because lots of, artists and people have been saying it exists.
Well, moving right along, and the trailer appears to be not playing because fuck my life. It's Fallout 76, and they went into a bit of a deep dive on this one.
But what about Fallout 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
Shut up, you! That joke has been made already!
Every time.
Oh my god!
At every opportunity.
Oh, you're so annoying! Oh my god!
Shit joke. I love it.
Fallout Soldier 76. Now,
there you go, that's a better one.
Now,
Is it though?
It's not. Anyway, and it's also the same joke I've been making every fucking time. Anyway, I find it hard to care.
I'm actually really interested in it, mainly just because I love the monster design so far they've shown off.
Yeah, those look cool.
Like that sloth creature, the toad, some dragon thing. I was like, why is there a fucking dragon? Like, I was like,
no, I thought that the dragon thing was just a dig at Elder Scrolls people at first, to be honest. But it's like, we got a dragon in Fallout because you're not getting Elder Scrolls. I mean, you were the one saying that because Elder Scrolls Online exists, we're not getting another proper Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah,
and then
we don't know about that yet. We don't know. We haven't reached that yet.
Todd Howard dropped a mic on your head, but anyway. But yeah, I mean, Fallout 76. I mean, online build bases, nuke each other's bases. I'm just
that part's kind of ridiculous.
I'm so ambivalent about the whole thing, though. I mean, Fallout 4 burnt me.
Yeah, well, I think it's an interesting idea, and we should allow them to experiment with some things.
I'm not saying they shouldn't experiment. I mean, I will preface this all with I've never been the biggest Fallout fan in the world. So just seeing another Fallout doesn't immediately set me alight like it does the rest of the world. So I am going to temper that and that I will always pick Elder Scrolls because I prefer fantasy as one of my favorite genres. So there is that.
So some things have come out about the whole PvP aspects and servers. So there will be multiple servers that you log into. Max players will be 32 players per server. You won't be able to just go out and apparently, like, it won't just be PvP servers. You have to actually challenge people to duels to actual kill people.
Weird.
They also said something about, like, if you do go around killing people too much, which makes me wonder about the whole dueling thing. You can accumulate a wanted level, meaning it'll be make it so people want to actually go out and hunt you then.
Jeez, all right.
And you won't lose anything when you die. So when you die, you won't lose any of your gear. And same with the bases. The bases will get destroyed, but you can repair them, so they won't be gone. You won't lose anything.
So they're not going to go the Konami route of just like charge insurance.
So that was actually going to be my.
Yeah. You got a nice base there. It'd be a shame.
That was actually going to be my joke when I first heard about this.
Too bad. I bet you tell.
I was like, Fallout Survive.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess I've written down Lante had been banned for a while because of the bot thing. That's unfortunate. Sorry, Lante, but apparently Paul has kicked the bot now. So anyway,
Welcome back.
So my notes here, like, anyway, that whole not losing any of that shit is probably something to do with what Todd Howard was calling softcore survival. So. Nolante was trying to share the wank. That's right, but that MooBot does terminate clips with extreme prejudice, so like any link. So yeah, sorry about that. I've got to get these boys onto Streamlabs chat point, and then we can actually ban MooBot. Anyway,
right.
Was there any more you wanted to talk about Fallout 76?
No.
I mean, I have a couple.
14.
I've got a couple of notes that weren't covered by people. There's a photo
14.
mode. Yeah, November 14.
Yeah.
Set in West Virginia. There's weather systems with a new game engine. It's on Reclamation Day. The one that's interesting is there's a special edition with a glow-in-the-dark map, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Some figurines.
I just don't get like limited edition tat, honestly.
I like it if it's cool tat. I mean,
Yeah,
I've got Dark Souls figures right up here, like big ones.
I do have my Pip-Boy lying around still somewhere.
Like, if my camera wasn't attached by such a short cable, I would show off like some of the figures and shit I got. Anyway, I mean, I've already shown off Lucio this stream.
Paul's off to get his stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, I've shown off Lucio this stream.
We're gonna be here till midnight.
Anyway, well, that's his problem if he's got. Yeah, I've got the Pip-Boy edition. I didn't like the Pip-Boy. Mrs. Lolante also has a Pip-Boy. Sammy, are you part of the Pip-Boy club?
No, I don't have a Pip-Boy. I mean, like...
Look how dusty it is! Look how dusty it is! I never use it!
Yeah,
Mrs. Lolante saying her arms are
that's
too
why it's
skinny.
all dusty, not because he doesn't use it. Also, this is really entertaining for all our audio listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, right?
Yeah, she's like, yeah, her arms are too skinny. I mean, if you've got an iPhone, if you've got a mobile phone this size, and mine, I'm on an iPhone. Yeah, I'm on an iPhone X. And yes, that is a Monster Hunter case. Anyway, it won't fit in the damn thing. Now, when I bought the Pip-Boy edition, I had the iPhone 4, like a broken iPhone 4 or 5 with cracked screen, which added to the authenticity because it's like, oh, I've got a Pip-Boy with a broken screen on it.
Yeah.
But it's also,
I tried. Be here till 3 a.m.
Good. I'm just going to point out that I did try playing the game with the Pip-Boy because, it does connect to the game when you get the app and all that kind of thing. And it was really freaking clunky, going like this all the bloody time, moving your arm in front and going through the menus and that to change your weapons. And it doesn't pause the game. Meanwhile, just hit tab in the game and it pauses it for you and you can do it with a mouse and keyboard. It's so much quicker. Much more useful. But it's kind of a weird, cool toy to have.
Yeah, it's cool.
Anyway, next up, Fallout Shelter coming to PS4 and Switch, still free.
Yeah,
Don't know why the hell you'd want to play it on something that isn't your mobile, but alright.
I can see maybe on the Switch, but on the PS4, I don't think I'd want to sit on something that's that stationary to play it. Then, now this one really interested me. I have the trailer for it, so that is
Elder Scrolls Blade.
Elder Scrolls Blade.
What a wonderfully emo.
Well, you're on mobile. I'll be on my VR headset. And we'll fight.
That's right, because they're putting on a VR as well. They're putting on as much as they can.
Everything
comes out in quote unquote fall, so it's going to be spring for us for free. But it's a mobile Elder Scrolls game, and it appears to kind of sort of be node-based movement, like Legend of Grimrock almost. You guys played Legend of Grimrock?
No, I'm
God
sorry.
Damn. You two need to play some of your classic fucking RPGs.
I've got lots of shit I need to play. I haven't played Witcher 3 properly yet.
You can play Legend of Grimrock on your phone.
And I'm fucking excited for the next game by the producers of CD Projekt.
Can you play Witcher 3 on your phone? Because you can play Grimrock on your phone.
I can find a way to play it on my phone, but anyway.
That's because you can get the fucking Steam link app, you jerk. Anyway.
So Elder Scrolls Blades. It's the most emo subtitle ever.
Well, it's because you're a member of the Blades who are like secret agents. Anyway, I'm kind of really interested in this and super keen to play some, and it's a roguelike. That's the one that super interests me. There's a roguelike mode in it, and then there's an arena PvP mode, and then there's like a little city thing you can build. The story mode gives you quests which kind of connect to the roguelike mode as far as I understand. But I am super keen to give this a go because I love that kind of old school kind of explore the dungeon, like straightforward explore the dungeon, hack and slash, watch out for traps kind of stuff. And doing that in Elder Scrolls with like the pretty graphics that Elder Scrolls entails, yeah, give me this. I mean, there's always been jokes about, Skyrim coming to iPhone, and this is kind of that.
Yep, I mean, it's already come to Alexa.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe Alexa for fucking iOS. Anyway, I'm kind of really interested in this one to see how it goes. I'm gonna give it a run the moment I can. Following that, they went on to show Starfield is a game that exists.
We don't know that much about, but
yes,
it's
Paul
cool
has frozen in video. Oh, he moved. He's just very still.
I'm very good at standing still.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I thought you were a statue. All right. Anyway, Starfield was that space game that Paul alerted me to approximately 2 days before E3. Oh my! Alright, so for those in audio, we're in a video chat thing called Appear In, and there's like things you can click to put things up, and you just put the word yes up. You fucker.
God. That's
cool. I feel like the audio one's gonna need more editing than I'd hoped. Anyway.
Terrible.
Anyway, Starfield. No information about it other than it's a Bethesda space game.
Yay!
The general consensus, there are two general consensuses about this game. One is that it is Elder Scrolls in space. The second one is that it's a Garfield in space game. I hope it's the latter.
Good. Garfield?
I've literally just seen articles saying Twitter is convinced that it's a Garfield game.
Good.
Oh God, Twitter, what the hell's wrong with you? Idiots.
Twitter is amazing. Anyway, and then the game, and then here's a game that dropped a microphone on Paul's head. Elder Scrolls 6 is actually happening.
It's almost like they decided to stop porting Skyrim and actually make a fucking game. Good,
I mean, they didn't show much, obviously. They did say before the Starfield announcement that they don't normally show things at E3 that aren't coming out within the next year, because it's like, you then get the whole Kingdom Hearts thing, right? Where it's like 10 years later and it's like it's still not out. It's like, or anything CD Projekt Red has done, or what others? The Final Fantasy 15 thing that was 10 years in development. So it's kind of go, stuff that's all that coming up.
Scalebound.
Yeah, like
that's not. It's dead. It's dead.
Yeah, but they announced it and then they delayed it and then
let it go.
Announced it again.
Well, that's the thing.
And then they announced it again, but this time it was announcing that they were going to cancel it, and then I cried.
Exactly, it's that thing, right? It's like, well, if it's not been announced and we cancel it, then you'll never know and it won't hurt, right?
Yay!
So that's kind of. But basically, it's one of those things that, like, unless we've got something tangible to give you, they don't like to announce it. But with Starfield and Elder Scrolls, they wanted to do it because people were jumping about Elder Scrolls. Anyway, best in show, guys, because that's the end of their one. Don't say Starfield or Elder Scrolls 6 because they don't count. They're too far away.
They don't count. I got to say Cyberpunk, and we have no idea when that shit that's coming out.
All right, then you can pick that if you. In which case, Elder Scrolls 6 for me.
I'm not picking it. I'm picking Doom just because the previous Doom was cool.
Yeah, Doom.
Yeah,
Rage 2 is okay.
Doom is the thing I'm most excited about. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Elder Scrolls 6 was you got to see some mountains. So, Doom Eternal, because we know that's going to probably be next year.
Oh, shit, man. Mountains. Holy fuck.
They're cool looking mountains.
Right.
All right, let's move.
Ball of mountains.
let's move on to the Inconsolables of E3.
The best.
AKA 40 minutes of random bullshit with a few bits of useful information.
Yeah, Nina fucking read me.
Yeah,
I was taken aback.
Nina read you to filth, man.
Yeah, she it was hosted by Cinco, and then he got murdered.
Yep, and there's
presumably
Cinco.
because he had better audience control abilities than Nina did last year.
Possibly. Yeah,
so she killed him to get his powers.
And yes, for those who are watching like on live on stream, I did download the entirety of the Devolver thing just to show you some of it. Also because I wanted it. So Devolver.
Nina, I like to look.
I mean, I've written down some notes here about the games and then some of the jokes and stuff. And it's a fucking press conference with a sequel hook.
Yes. They even just for the audience, they even repeated a lot of the clips of the audience from last year.
Yeah.
Mr. Lolante is like, I was like, is this what they are all like? No,
no,
yeah,
they're not.
Devolver Digital are the piss take one. And actually, they did have jokes that were in this that were callbacks to last year's Devolver one, which is again piss take.
So you have to watch the previous one.
I said it is a series. They had a sequel hook at the end, which is
has a sequel
fucking
hook.
bizarre.
It's so amazing.
I kind of loved it because it was a parody of RoboCop. I was like, oh my god, the parody of RoboCop. Yes.
Yeah. Robo Nina.
Also, how the hell did the actress who played Nina even do the I feel like you would have a seizure from flailing yourself that rapidly. I hope she's okay.
I just loved it when she came back because as the guy was on stage, I was like, I miss Nina, and then she just
yeah. So Mrs. Lolante in chat has asked, can I be a snark and say they spent more time in their press conference and probably should have spent more time making decent games? I'm going to point out that my friend Pedro looks fucking amazing. Metal Wolf Chaos looks fucking amazing. Scum can go away for a long time. I don't care. But we'll get to this in a moment. But also, Devolver generally release their stuff on their YouTube channel, kind of like Nintendo do. So they don't necessarily have a lot to show each E3. They just take it as an opportunity.
I mean, they're an independent game developer. Well, not developer, publisher. And generally, developers of independent games, I don't know if it's they don't know when everything's going to be polished or whatever, but they tend to not announce things, very far ahead of time, which is kind of my sole one of the very few issues that I have with independent games. And that's why I was like, Devolver, do more games in this one. And then Nina walks on the stage oh, you fuck bug shit motherfuckers, whatever. You want games? Okay, fine, you fucking idiots. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks for making me feel so self-conscious.
And you want to know, and the best part is they showed 3 games this year when last year they showed 2. So they did show more games.
Yeah, so they've got 1.5 times as many games. It's amazing.
Nothing technical about it. They showed more. Anyway, we'll go let's go through them.
I love the whole GIF thing. It's it's GIF.
Oh,
GIF. You what?
So I did download the Scum trailer and didn't queue it up because I don't know about the game. It appears to be a battle royale thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be super simulatory. As we said, they release stuff on YouTube, and there's lots of videos going through all the specific things. I recall, they had stuff if you want to shoot something far away, it depends how good you are at shooting, and the further it is away, the harder it is going to be to hit. So it's kind of simulatory in that point, and that kind of, I don't know, it seems interesting.
That PUBG.
Then came my friend Pedro, which fucking cool.
Which is the one that I told people to get excited for.
And I'm excited for it.
That was the reason that I said that I wanted them to have more games, because there's shit like this that's just you have to show people this because people need to know this thing. How dare you, Miss Lalante? It is freaking awesome. How dare you?
I am actually super keen for this. It's
I want it. It's coming next year, which I was slightly heartbroken about because I was like, "It's coming soon, and next year isn't soon enough."
Stupid ways of killing people. Stupid ways of killing people in a 2.5D movie thing. Dude, rides skateboards and kills people. He reflects bullets off frying pans. Also, there's a frying pan in the game, so they're going to be sued by PUBG Corp.
Yeah.
Riding skateboards while murdering people, blowing people's heads off with a shotgun, then kicking their head into somebody, and then continuing to shoot them.
It's so cool.
Holy shit. it's so that cool. Shit insane.
Hey, I'm allowed to be interested. Yeah, you are, but no, you're not.
Yeah.
You are, but no, you're not.
Sick.
Okay. Anyway.
It's sick. You skateboard and you ollie and you do a backflip and kick the skateboard into someone's head and their head explodes.
Alright. I think it's enough sucking it off the dick.
Don't talk to me like that, Missy.
Oh god, alright. And before we start a civil war between like Sammy and Mrs. Lalante, let's move on to the next trailer, which was Metal Wolf Chaos XD.
Sure.
Now, this is a...
Now, the arm is too small.
This is a... Yeah, it is, eh? So this is a HD... This is a HD remake of one of From Software's much, much earlier games. Yes, that From Software, the Dark Souls people.
I will be honest, when they announced that, I was immediately like, are they like bullshitting and saying that they're now going to be announcing like Bloodborne something? It's like, we're going to do Bloodborne 2. It's like, no, you're not, you fucking assholes. You don't have the license. They got but that looks so cool though.
Yeah, Metal Wolf Chaos was an older game, obviously. Never left Japan, but inexplicably all the voiceovers were in English.
Right. I don't know how that works. Like, how do you have a game that's about being like, you know, Robo President of the United States, but it only is in Japan?
While this trailer is holding up here, I'll pause it for the moment, because can I just point out that is the greatest URL in the history of game promotion? MakeAmericaGreatAgain.com.
The only one that is similarly awesome is that promotional one that EA did, which was Make America Skate Again.
True. Anyway, so the basis of Metal Wolf Chaos, the original, and I mean this is also remaster / remake,
and also a robot or something.
You're the president who gets in a mech and fights shit.
Oh, he's not a robot. Oh,
he's in the mech, and then he just blows shit up because stuff happens. That's all I understand. For some reason,
blows shit up because it's a video game.
Oh yeah, I guess it was a cult classic that kind of like was kind of hard to get hold of, and they've just gone. They did tweet a while back saying, "Hey guys, if you want From Software, if you want help getting else to the rest of the world, talk to us." And it was kind of dismissed as one of Fork Parker's eccentric jokes because his Twitter is on point, right? Like you can't tell whether he's joking or being serious. Well, he was being serious, and they did contact him, and this is happening.
Yep, it's good.
Funny. Okay, so also loot box coin. Which they actually did put on their website, and
what's the price now? What's the price right now?
Right now, I don't know, because if I go typing shit, it's going to break our OBS setup.
Oh, okay, I'll do it.
I did write that. When they announced it was $145. 20 minutes later, it was $113. So,
how much is it?
Okay.
Mine says no info. Hey.
Oh, they sold out. Okay then.
Out of stock. It says $100. Out of stock. They ran out of stock, people.
Fucking hell, that's impressive.
The lowest I saw it at was $100, so I feel like it was capped between 100 and 150.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, the fact that they actually followed through with that joke and kept changing the price was fucking great. Anyway, best in show, guys. There wasn't much of a show here, but best in show.
Pedro.
Well, I mean, I love my best friend Pedro, but like I already knew that it was fucking sick, so I'll go Metal Wolf.
I'm gonna go with Loot Box Coin, because I have several of them.
Pedro. Nina's best of show.
Yeah, Nina's best of show.
I miss Cinco.
Like my friend Pedro. Totally buying.
Can't wait for that game.
All right, so let's move along to Square Enix. Now we're getting the first of the shows.
Boy.
Now we're getting to the first of the shows that I didn't watch live. So basically, Square Enix and the PC one and Ubisoft I watched, and Nintendo actually. The rest of them I kind of watched later because of time constraints. But,
yes.
Yeah, I attempt to have a life.
Cool.
Oh god.
But I try.
Anyway, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now that's a good point. Do I actually have a trailer for this? I think I do.
Well, according to this sheet you have.
Yeah, let it run.
I'm not even paying attention to that. I'm just trying to maintain my composure.
All right. Well, what do you think of Shadow of the Tomb Raider?
It was a video game.
It sure was a Tomb Raider game that I need to actually play the other two first.
I mean, my comments.
Tomb Raider and was shady.
My comments with Shadow of the Tomb Raider pretty much are, it sure looks like another Tomb Raider game. That said, it was the prior of the reboots. I haven't played the second one, but I did play the first. And that was an excellent game. And if it's just more of the same, then I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like,
story looks cool. Like, she fucks everything up with an ancient artifact and wants to try and fix it.
And there's the whole Dia de los Muertos kind of vibe, which I like.
Yeah, and I did actually write down as because I showed a few different trailers. That's not, and it wasn't in the trailer that's running now on stream, but there was one where the dude says, "I'm not jumping out of this plane" when it's about to crash, and then the plane rips in half, and he's in the half that falls away. So
that makes sense.
So I've written, "I'm not jumping out of this plane," and then the plane immediately falls apart. The plane jumps out of the plane.
Yeah.
So
fuck this shit, I'm out.
Anyway, that happened. Anyway, it looks cool. I mean, I'm probably not going to buy it day one because I've still got to play Rise of the Tomb.
Yeah,
that's sitting on my that's sitting on my computer around here.
Yeah.
Certainly, it looks like one of those games that I'll get back to when I have time, and probably have 8 to 10 hours of fun.
All right, next. I need sleep. Next.
How dare thou? Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood.
Don't care.
Updates. I liked Final Fantasy XIV, so fuck you. Anyway, it just showed a bunch of stuff, but the important part of it,
don't care.
The important part is there's a Hunter in Final Fantasy XIV crossover. So they're putting the Rathalos into Final Fantasy as it appears to be like a mini raid boss, and then they're putting a Behemoth in Monster Hunter as an actual hunt.
Yeah,
fucking sick.
Yeah, I'm just so moist with anticipation.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the one where this next one's the one where you're going to be actually moist. Tell us about Captain Spirit. I
mean, I don't know why you're saying that I'd be moist about a game in which I'm playing like a 9-year-old. That's a little creepy. So everyone was hoping for a Life is Strange 2 announcement. We didn't get it, but we got this, which is a seemingly one episode kind of interlude in the Life is Strange universe. We're playing as, I think his name was Chris, who, something like that. I don't know. I don't know what his age is, but he's like fairly young
10-ish.
kid. Yeah, fairly young kid. Single parents, gets bullied kind of thing. But it's kind of all focusing on him. He, has an imagination and goes on imaginary adventures where he is Captain Spirit, which is the name of the game. And yeah, stuff happens. His father is seemingly somewhat alcoholic, so it kind of just seems like it's Life is Strange, kind of all the drama and interesting stuff from that, but through the filter of, just like a much younger child, which is, I don't know, I find it interesting. And also what's cool is it's free and it's coming, which is why I think that it's only one episode, I should say.
Yeah.
It's coming June
26th.
Yeah, so in 2 weeks. So that is cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, so
they've got something in the immediate future.
A few things that the Life is Strange devs were talking about in the Square one specifically about this is that it is not Life is Strange 2, but it is connected to it. That they're basically making the point that, in the Life is Strange world, there are characters who the game doesn't focus on, but they are still characters with lives.
And I think they're saying that it might
follow.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for following. Yep.
That's thank you for the follow, Jester. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Let us carry on. And Miss Lover, yes,
free,
completely free.
Have you played either of the Life is Strange things? Because that would also be cool. But yeah, it is totally free, so I'm so excited. I actually wrote up a thing for this, and someone corrected my article to say it was free, and I was like, "Wait, free?" Which shows how good I am at writing articles under pressure.
Yeah. But they are basically considering it. The developers are considering it to be an introduction. The other whoever's in Life is Strange, the other characters are in the world. So I'm guessing that this dude will show up in LIS 2.
And
right,
also, play Life is Strange, Andrew, please.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Eventually.
It'll happen right after Undertale happens, right after this long list that's bigger than my ego. This list bigger than my ego. Anyway, next up was Dragon Quest XI showed up. Apparently a royalty in it. Alright.
Yeah, we should do that as like an end of year thing. Be like, you play this game, you play this game, you play this game. Report back.
No.
Anyway, Miss Lunde says she's completely uncultured. She's played Life is Strange. Apparently, I'm completely uncultured.
Good work.
Anyway,
yeah, the first episode's crap, but like the rest. The first episode's crap.
Dragon Quest XI: Echoes of an Elusive Age. Have any of us any of us into Dragon Quest?
Unfortunately,
you better believe I am not.
Like, where's Wally? Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, we'll put the head back on.
Do I look like Harley Quinn?
Well, I think Dragon Quest has always had a problem with having its games over in the West, hasn't it?
I believe so.
So
to a degree, anyway.
Yeah. I know it's become over more often recently, but yeah, it's just something I never got my hands on, so...
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on from there.
Babylon's Fall.
Well, there's also a Final Fantasy Brave Exvius crossover with Dragon Quest to celebrate that release, but then Babylon's Fall, I don't know very much about because they didn't show much about it at all.
Yep, that is accurate. Congratulations.
However, it is Platinum Games, so it's probably going to be okay.
Platinum Games is hit and miss, depending on how much, I guess, how much freedom they get.
I was going to say, but what else are they working on? I mean, supposedly Bayonetta 3, but we haven't had a damn word about that one.
They're working on Scalebound, but in secret.
Oh, no.
You know what?
But it's coming out 2019.
Sammy, Babylon's Fall is what Scalebound's become.
I mean, I wouldn't be against that if it had some, tie to it. I don't know, anything to keep the dream alive.
Anyway,
I guess people can then go, oh, it was actually based on Half-Life 3, so it's coming. Anyway,
I've written down fantasy thing, Platinum Games. Okay, this gonna be good.
It looks alright.
Moving along, there's a reiteration of Nier Automata going to Xbox Expo.
Yeah.
That's a thing. And then Octopath Traveler. Showed off a bit of Octopath.
Yeah.
July 13. That's not that far away. That's less than a month at the time we're recording.
So yes, it would be nice. It's nice to have a big chunky RPG that isn't Xenoblade on my Switch.
Give me that.
The developers are bravely default. This shit. Give me this shit. Oh my god, I am moist for this. And it's not just because I'm wearing a onesie and in a heated room.
I wish I was in a heated room. I'm freezing. And I'm wearing... Yeah, well...
Got an air conditioner directly behind you.
Yeah.
You can see it, Paul.
Yeah. Air conditioner.
You try to fool me. I can see that air conditioner.
This has gone way up your ass. Alright, next.
I had some kind of air control device.
Alright, next.
Regulate the temperature.
Just Cause 4 was shown after this. Just Cause 4 has been shown at literally every one of these conferences, but this is what time when we want to talk about
Walmart.
Well,
Walmart advertised it too.
But this is a time that any of us can actually talk about because it's a square one. Anyone interested in Just Cause 4?
Never played any of the Just Cause games.
What?
Never played.
I played a bit of Just Cause 3.
I mean, you can tether a helicopter to the ground, and and you can tether a cow to another cow and make sweet love to each other, or
right,
like a cow, and just put some rockets on it, and just like now we've got a rocket cow.
What I used to do in Just Cause 3 was tether a sheep to a mountain and then just fling it into the ocean.
Oh.
It was pretty freaking great. Get in the sea, Mr. Sheepy. I don't know if that's a hard pass on Octopath or a hard pass on
it better
Just
not be
Cause.
a hard pass on Just Cause.
It better not be a hard pass. It better not be a hard pass on Octopath.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against
Just
that.
don't hard pass at all. Just be
I mean, my favorite one is just tethering two like cars together and just like making them go closer and closer until either the thing snaps or every so often it will just glitch out and like a car will just go flying. It's like, fuck yes!
Basically, so just called stupid, ridiculous sandbox. This time they've added extreme weather with tornadoes, lightning, sandstorms. Apparently, your tether power is actually more powerful this time.
Yeah.
I'm terrified to see the shit you can do with it.
So anyone play Postal 2?
I have not.
I have not.
No, I'm good.
Anyway, this is on a new game engine called the Apex, December 4th, 2018.
Just cause like Postal 2, I don't know.
It's like sandboxy, like GTA to a degree.
Everything, okay? Cat shotgun. I don't know. I don't think so. But
no,
like you can.
No, because Postal is just like offensive for the.
Dude, what is it about? Like you can tether a henchman to a car and then just drive the car.
Yeah, I mean it's basically a ridiculous sandbox where you get these silly like grappling hook stuff that you can. And like this guy's just made a freaking car float in the balloons. What the fuck is going on there? I don't know, but I want it.
December 4th.
December 4th. Next up, a new IP called The Quiet Man.
That looks alright.
Yeah,
I don't really know what's involved with it.
They didn't really show much going on, but it's like this clearly either like a seemed to be a deaf dude belting the crap out of some dudes in a back alley. Sign me up.
Might be an interesting thing
Show
for
me more.
Gameplay.
I'm just like, show me some more before I'm overly excited. But
and also representation. That's always
exactly
good.
Yeah. But yeah, show me more.
At the same time, if it's a crap game, I don't really care much about whether or not it's representative.
Well, it's
I think it has
to
to be a
see,
good game first.
like looking at the trailer, I thought it was like human actors until it got into them belting them.
Yeah,
like a super.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm fucking good.
Like there's a transition, like they're panning across and you see it like shift from live action to animated, like CGI.
I'm fucking going crazy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's legit.
Yeah, okay. In that case, that's really clever too. Well, anyway, this looks cool. Show me more of it, and I'll have a better thing. And then, of course, the big one from Square.
The one that doesn't exist.
The game that doesn't exist until I have it in my crappy hot little hands here, involving Hearts and a Kingdom thereof.
Of which there are 3.
There's more than 3 Kingdom Hearts games already.
Well, I mean, okay, fine. I'm trying to work the title. Fine.
Yeah.
They've announced the game Kingdom Hearts 27.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3, the one with Elsa in it. Because, I mean, they hadn't officially announced it before, but I mean, by this point we all knew. I mean, if you put Frozen World in the new Kingdom Hearts game, then you're not printing as much money as you would.
Yeah, they were trying to get rid of the Frozen Kingdom, but they couldn't. They just couldn't let it go. But
But yeah, no, we basically saw a few confirmations of a few worlds, like Pirates of the Caribbean are back.
Yep, that was actually quite cool looking.
That was cool.
It was much better than on the PlayStation or PlayStation 2. So.
Yeah, because they went with like the realistic look for it to make it is a live action. I'm still waiting for any kind of Star Wars world.
Oh, yeah. They'll save that as a surprise.
World.
Or any of the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Show us, like, I still haven't seen it, but show us a post-Infinity War Marvel world. Because I'm sure that'll just be corpses.
You just arrive and just half of them disappear just immediately. Like,
oh god. They just weren't there to begin with.
Oh yeah, that's a showed off on the what they call it, the gummy ship. It was called the gummy ship, right? They showed off that actually being a bit more fun than it used to be.
I didn't hate it, but I mean, I haven't played beyond the intro of Kingdom Hearts 2, and I heard that they removed it completely from.
I believe they changed it quite a bit because it was pretty bad in the first one.
Yeah, yep, fair enough. Anyway, I mean, this is one of those we're getting this game if it comes out ever. Bad pun.
Right.
God damn it. Anyway, in that case, yeah, I mean, best of show Square, guys.
I mean, most of it's like crap. I don't like. I mean, I guess Captain Spirit, if we're technically including it, is only in the Square one.
Behemoth in Monster Hunter.
Final Fantasy 14, just to fuck with you.
Wrong.
No, it's gonna be Kingdom Hearts. I mean, assuming that the game actually exists, if it doesn't, then it's Octopath.
Yeah.
And he rolls his eyes at Octopath Traveler. Okay, that's it. You're off the team.
Whatever. I just suck at RPGs. This like traditional RPG.
Well, something get
I want to
good.
like it, but I probably won't.
something get good. All right, so let us along.
Right, whatever. Hey, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
You just have to let it go. Shut up. You can't repeat the bad pun at me.
She just did, damn it. All right, so Ubisoft.
Yay, good for you.
Now, Ubisoft opened with some people who I don't recognize saying this is more interesting than a keychain, and I don't understand what they were trying to do there.
Right.
I legit, I watched that over 3 or 4 times and still couldn't understand what the fuck they were trying to say.
Wait, you legitimately don't understand what they're referencing a keychain?
Unless they were trying to reference, Kingdom Hearts.
No, they were referencing the fact that Assassin's Creed Odyssey was leaked when someone had a picture of a keychain.
Alright, that's right.
Oh, I forgot about... Yeah, fair enough. In that case, no, my notes stand, which is followed by, who are these chuckle fucks? That's legit in my notes, and all these snark ass comments that are in my notes, I can show you proof. They are here. Anyway, then they had a parade for Just Dance.
Yay!
That happened. It was a panda.
Yeah, they got Cabana.
I was confused. I was like, what's going on?
Finesse, and I'm still standing.
At first I was confused, and then I'm just after a little bit, I'm like, this is probably...
What, you didn't immediately go there's a guy in a panda and there's music and marching band?
I would love a game...
the panda?
I don't recognize...
Come On, and he was in I Want to Dance with Somebody, which has that stupid in parentheses, The Way I Are, which I hate because that's atrocious grammar, and
Sexual harassment, panda.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't recognize the panda, and if there was a game that was just you're a panda leading a marching band, I would probably buy it.
Okay. Why don't you play Just Dance with me then?
That's not a game about a panda leading a marching band.
And you're in Melbourne.
Well, you can be a panda on a river, and there's toucans that sing at you.
And you're in Melbourne.
No marching band. No sail.
How dare you? How dare you besmirch the singing toucans?
I will besmirch who I like, thank you very much. And Paul is showing us his money. He's a rich man. All right.
He's trying to make the money mate so he can get more money.
Mad scientist. We are going so far off the rails at this point. Next up was Beyond Good and Evil 2, which we have a trailer for this.
So watch the trailer while we talk about it.
Whoa.
I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I never played the first one beyond a half hour or so I don't know what the hell is going on. Apparently Jade's a bad guy now, but it was a prequel, so she's the bad guy before.
That was just a bit of a head fuck. What are you talking about?
Maybe she lost her memory, the old writer's crutch.
It's a prequel.
Lost her memory, the end of this game she loses her memory. Writer's crutch.
I don't...
What the fuck are you talking about? She's evil. She's not the evil. She's the good. What?
Whatever. Anyway, so it's a very pretty cutscene, but we got to see a little bit of gameplay, and I'm like, whatever. They said they're talking about, hey, sign up for the pre-alpha. I'm like, dude, you announced this a fucking year ago, and it's still not even in pre-alpha. What have you been doing for the last year other than making this cutscene?
Making the cutscenes, exactly. That's it.
It can take a whole year to make the fucking cutscene, and then schmoozing with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Well, that was actually cool. I was enthusiastic about it. Thank you, sir. To be honest.
Is it Levitt or Levitt?
This not... What? Yeah. Levitt. But
anyway.
Yeah.
Here's my issue.
You know what that was related to, though?
Yes, so Joseph Gordon-Levitt was on stage. He owns a company called Hit Record, which is kind of like crowdsourcing art and stuff in the game, which means that Ubisoft can't be fucked paying their own artists to do this game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that kind of sucks. But what I will also say is, apparently, Joseph Gordon-Levitt went on Twitter to say that for whatever reason, if that was cut for time or whatever else, he wasn't able to say in the press conference that people who are submitting stuff and actually get through will be paid.
Which is nice, but the people who don't get through have spent hours on something that they.
Yeah. Well, so yeah. I mean, I'm gonna work on stuff. Like after I saw like the Cyberpunk thing, I was like, holy fuck! I need to try and replicate the music of that.
Thing. Oh yeah, well, Cyberpunk 2077 had a goddamn good song. Cool stuff. But that's basically my thing has been: are Ubisoft really being like, "Oi, make our game for us"? The one we've been. Keep in mind that this is also the game they've been dangling as a carrot in the stick, saying, "Buy Rayman and we'll make this. Buy Assassin's Creed and we'll make this.
Yeah.
Buy games that have nothing to." Want
Tara Strong all over again.
And then after they finally announce it, they're like, okay, now you're the ones making it. Come on, guys. I can't applaud them for this.
Okay. I still like to lose myself to the illusion that I'll get music that I made on a thing.
And that'll be cool. And that'll be cool if you do. But like, I just can't. Like, it's just one that's like, come on.
It's fair. It's fair.
Thoughts, Paul?
Well, from what I've been reading up, because there's already been controversy about exactly what Andrew's been saying, and like how all the artwork is it's you put the artwork up, then someone can take it, remix it, and then someone can take that and remix it, and then someone can take that, remix it, and then they go, okay, we're gonna take the very final version of that. You guys fight over who gets the majority of the money.
Yep. That gets even more like. Fucky.
And they said like you got a week to decide who has how you share out the money between all your artists, and then if you haven't made a decision, then we'll do the final decision.
It's all it's a mess. That's
so.
Anyway, like it's an interesting idea, but like you've got to find a way to make it playing field. Because the thing is, if this works, then Ubisoft may well just stop hiring artists and get like all of this done. Make an entire game out of this. I mean, that's an extreme case, but it's one of those things. It's like
probably maybe the better way of doing it is hire like artists and all that stuff, do the normal thing, but then just secretly just take fan art or maybe just not as this whole big thing. We're using all your art. Just go to the community and just go. Hey, that's really cool. Can we use that in your game? Instead of
that's cool. Can we use it? Have some money for it, rather than literally pitting everyone against it.
Yeah. So do your own stuff, and then as the development goes on, and you see some fan stuff and go, that's really cool. Can we buy that and use that in the game? And then you go that the community helped do this in that sense.
And that kind of wipes it all out, because there's always going to be people who are doing fan art anyway. It's just one of these things like. They're kind of fishing for it in replacement of getting people.
Yeah,
so
it
that's
feels slimy.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's on Rainbow Six Siege.
Sure, that is a game that is doing really well.
35 million players currently.
It built
a whole bunch of people.
It had a shitty start. It was really horrible. Like, it was bad when it first started, but they built themselves up. They've done really well.
When I was playing Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, so they're talking about there are 35 million players. I'm asking, I have wondering, how do they count that? Because if it's just every account that exists, then it counts me and Sam who played it once.
Yeah, including that one time that I accidentally shot someone on my team.
And then
I really would like that stricken from the record.
Aside from that, never. Anyway, aside from that, 19 maps, 10 seasons of content so far, 40 operators, it's all kind of cool. Operation Parabellum is the new thing that's coming out there. But the interesting part of this is that they've got a 6-month pro. It's just not even the new expansion stuff.
But it's not. It sounds like it's a mushroom or something.
Okay. Anyway, they've got a 6-month pro league coming up, and they've got a documentary on esports for Siege.
It literally just means prepare for war in Latin. Okay, well that's
there you go. That's.
I mean, it would have been a lot more amusing if they used the name of a mushroom. Like, what the hell does it do? Maybe it's an allusion to nuclear war.
And then it's Fallout 76 all over again, and you just pick up nukes and. Anyway, next they had a dude on a motorbike showing up at the scene, and then got on the stage and tripped over, broke a thing. And I've just gone. This was
that was a joke. But
it was a joke. It was a joke thing, but I've written this wasn't funny. Why are you applauding? Anyway, it was a trailer for Trials, followed by trailers for Trials Rising, which is the motorbike don't stack it game. It's alright.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think the coolest part is like the ARG they've been doing in like that earlier one. That ends in like 100 years.
That was
so
asleep. Cool though. Like they're adding like so much like dumb shit in there.
Yeah, we need to pick this up because Paul's falling asleep, and at the very end,
and we've got
big
like
section. So we're gonna pick this up a little bit. Anyway, comes out February 2019. There's a YouTuber who made a chat. I am not. There was a YouTuber who made a channel dedicated to helping getting better at Trials. They actually got him in tutorials for this. So that happened.
That's the thing that you were saying to do for the other thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so that happened. Next up was the Division 2. Okay, looks better than the first one.
Yeah, no, I'm like I'm slightly excited for Division 2, as long as they've learned some of their lessons from the first one. Then yeah.
Well, they're doing 3 DLC episodes in the first year for free.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Comes out March 15th, and there's a beta coming.
Cool.
Next up, they had a band called Critical Hit on stage to perform music trailer to the Donkey Kong expansion to Mario Rabbids.
Woo!
I've seen Critical Hit perform live before. Good. But following that, Skull and Bones, their pirate game that they showed last year.
That actually looks cool.
It looks better than last year.
Last year it looked entirely multiplayer and bullshit. This year it looks like the best parts of Assassin's
Creed. And good kind of bullshit.
Well, you don't have to be. Yeah, and the thing is, like, it looks like you sail your entire ship on your own.
Yeah, no, I always got that feeling from it.
It's like Sea of Thieves, but for cool, sexy people.
I mean, it looks like Assassin's Creed, the pirate one, without the Assassin's Creed, which is all we wanted, really.
Yeah, all we wanted from that Assassin's Creed game is no Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Anyway, it's set in the Indian Ocean. Shared world, so every player encounter does matter, and you can fight each other and get each other to help. So there's still that stuff going on. Yeah. But aside from that, like it looks cool. I do have questions about it, but we'll come back to them later. Sign up to play early, they said, so I'm guessing it's a beta. It does seem to have an element of forced multiplayer, so I'm not sure how that's going to go because we stopped a multiplayer to go garbage. For Honor.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm interested.
Didn't they do a thing on For Honor to be like, oh,
we'll get to that in a minute, yes.
Guys, we got updates. Aren't you excited? No.
Yeah, but next was Transference.
Yeah, that looks cool, I guess.
So Transference does look cool. And my initial, they showed it last year, and it looked like it was a VR only thing. And I'm like, fuck off, it's VR only. And they said, but Elijah Wood, when he was on stage talking about this, saying it's on traditional platforms as well, so I will be able to play this.
Yeah.
And the idea is that you enter someone's consciousness and explore their mind as a psychological thriller, and sign me the fuck up.
Yeah, it's supposed to be bridging movies and games, and it is the first one by Spectavision, which is Elijah Wood's production company. The first game, I should say. Like, they've done movies.
Yeah, they do movies and stuff. But yeah, so cool. I'm like, yeah, sign me up. And I mean, Elijah Wood's a good actor. The floor door.
I don't think he's like actually acting in this though.
Yeah, I mean,
or if he is, like,
no,
I don't think it was shown.
Anyway, after that was Starlink Battle for Atlas. We'll cover
which has Star Fox in it.
It has Star Fox in it, yes. And I mean, it's a space game. It was the one that was showed off last year with the toys that give you the extra ships. And they got Miyamoto on stage for this one as well. That happened.
Good for him.
Anyway, it's coming out.
I mean, it was that always that pure thing that always is, where it's like, oh, I gave him a thing and he's playing with it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's coming out on October the 16th. The Star Fox is... So that happened. Then there was For Honor, which my first question is why are people cheering for this? It was a flop. But it's free on PC for this week, so I'm going to grab that.
Great.
Because apparently they fixed the servers. That happened. There's an expansion called Marching Fire coming in, which adds a Chinese faction, single-player content, and new warriors, including a dude with a quarterstaff.
I for a while I was like, wait, did they already have that? And it was like, oh wait, Japanese. Was I accidentally racist?
It was samurai and Vikings and knights originally, and now they've added China to it. So that. Then they've got the Crew 2, which is car racing. Comes out very soon. You can preload the beta now if you want. Beta's a week before the game comes out, so it's not really a beta. Fuck you.
Blah 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 blah.
Then Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I'm interested in. It's an Assassin's Creed without the Assassin's Creed. In ancient
You just
Greece.
want it for so you can kick people off high places and say this is Sparta.
That'll happen, but I want it because it looks like a fun game, and it's not Assassin's Creed. An Assassin's Creed game without being Assassin's Creed. Like, what? Done here. And they get to fight a fucking Minotaur that was in the trailer.
You get to talk to Socrates, and he can judge you and be all existential or something.
And you can be a lady this time. You can be a man or a lady. Pick them, and you'll play them the whole time. So, that happened.
Yeah, I just hope it has a better start to the story than Origins did. Like I said, the story just didn't catch me in Origins at all.
Fair enough.
Yep. Like, it could have gotten better later on, but the start just didn't catch me, so I didn't play that much into it.
Yep, fair enough. Well, best in show for Ubisoft?
I thought Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Paul?
Even though Trials Rising was also good. Oh, was your favorite?
I guess I'll go with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, because Beyond Good and Evil 2, there's nothing really to show there.
Okay.
Maybe the Division 2 I'm interested in too. So out of those two, I reckon it's about even with Assassin's Creed and Division 2.
Okay.
I have a tie for first as well, but neither of those games. It's Transference and Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean,
Transference ain't bad.
Now, do you guys want to actually get some sleep? This is the end of Ubisoft. We still have PC and Nintendo to go. So we can do that.
And Sony.
My god, yeah.
Which Sony I really want to get into because it has probably the game I'm most excited about.
Does it involve samurai?
No, it involves zombies.
Well, you could have like kept the mystery going for a bit there, but all right.
I have not said what the title is yet, so
exactly. There are plenty of zombie games. He wants Days Gone.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that was shown off.
Yeah,
but no,
it was in the pre-thing. Anyway, in that case, we can do part 2. But when would you guys want to do it? Part 2?
I don't know. Whenever. I'm free. Pretty much.
Yeah, just organise it. I need to go to bed. I've got to get up in 4 or 5 hours.
I'm hoping that we're going to cut this out of the audio part.
Never. I was going to do very little. You know what? What we'll do is let's do the second part of this on Sunday evening, and then I'll switch them together to be the actual episode. All Sam can smush him because it's his week to edit. Either or. It shouldn't be a rough, particularly rough one because we just make a point of saying it's going.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Whatever.
All right, we'll go from there. So on Sunday evening, we'll come up with a time for it because it's also Supernova in Sydney, again, which I am definitely part of the day. We'll figure something out and we'll throw it out on the socials, but it will be second half PC, Sony, and Nintendo. But yeah.
Jesus. All right.
Ooh.
Yep. All right. Cool. Well then. Thank you, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between. Don't want to rush the Nintendo. So it's not that. There's a long table. Thing there. Smash doesn't matter. It's not a game.
Smash was cool. Where was Springman?
Smash!
Anyway, thank you all for spending the evening with us doing this bullshit. I've gone through 3 ciders. That happened.
Fuck.
And yeah, so smash that follow button if it's fun, and if you didn't smash, and I'll
smash
be
it
on.
If you hate us. That'll
That
get
too,
a whole
yeah.
bunch of people.
Yeah, that'll imagine if you hate it. Yeah, that'll sure show me.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night I was gonna play Pillars 2, but I decided fuck it, I'm playing Dark Souls.
Cool.
Yep, I'm starting a long series of Dark Souls. All 3 Dark Souls games only with punching people or using cestus weapons, which is also punching people. So that'll happen. So bitches like. All right, good night, everyone.
All right, yay, bedtime.
Whoa.
Much love.
Jesus.
Night, everyone.
Sammy looks unconscious more than Paul does right now.
I think I actually fell asleep. Before, so
yeah.
That's because we were talking about
for the past couple of days. I'm just like, I just want this to be over.
Last couple. I just want the week to be over, right?
Oh.
All right. Wait, we gotta raid someone. We gotta raid someone.
I don't know who the fuck we're raiding.
I don't know. Give me a moment. We gotta raid someone. Who we gotta raid? Okay, I know exactly who we're raiding. I know exactly who we're raiding. Yeah, let's say Mrs. Lante has been watching the chat. No, we're raiding fucking
someone.
Mr. Mume. Man himself, the man, the myth, the legend. Jamie, he's probably playing Overwatch.
He is.
Playing Overwatch. He's pretty decent at Overwatch.
Yeah.
Personal friend of ours. So,
come on.
Catch you all later.
Check a look. Catch you later.
Oh my god, the fucking stream is showing my raid page. There, fixed. That was fucking dumb. Alright. Catch you later.